You're such a doll. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nah, for real though, I could not make it through the fucking who the fuck did I marry? Because I was just like not emotionally ready for all that. But I did make it to 23, part 23.
What is that? What's a show or something?
It's a TikTok thing that went viral with this girl who basically was dating a pathological liar and strung her along, and it went viral. It is viral right now.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Damn, that's radical.
Yeah, you know? That's pretty cool.
Funny season. Hey, boss, can I see my phone real quick? I want to see. Can we hear this real quick? Can I practice? Can you hear that?
Get into it.
Can you? I can't hear that one. I can see it though.
Oh, this is my song right here.
On baby, look, I ain't no Beyonce guy, but don't you play no Love on Top around here.
I'm gonna roll my windows up and give it all I got.
What'd you say, Book?
Roll my windows up and give it all I got.
Roll my windows up.
Look what you did.
I'm gonna roll my windows up. They just gonna see me bopping. Bring the beat in. Fuck is you talking about?
There.
That's the best time when you're in your car and you know.
That's funny as shit.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. As far as Beyonce, this wasn't it for me.
This ain't the one.
This won't it?
Love on Top?
It was cool, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? For me, Sweet Dreams. That was my shit.
Sweet Dreams,
Okay.
though.
Oh my God.
Okay, now. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get a little bit. Yeah.
She hit the world with one of these.
She said.
She hit the world with one of these on Love on Top.
Yeah,
though.
and you know what? It's like at a point, I'm still bitter. So that song is never gonna
Okay,
be
I
for me.
feel you.
And that just is what that is.
I feel you.
Not
You know what I'm
bitter.
saying?
That's funny as
And
hell.
you know, and I've accepted that about myself.
No, I'm bitter about Alicia Keys.
Yeah, no,
I'm
for
bitter
me,
about
no, for me, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Super
So
Bowl.
I wasn't bitter about Beyonce. I've been bitter, and like maybe no one knows Caliucci's. That hurt me. I was hurt.
What?
I was hurt.
Hey,
I was
Tyrone,
You're
hurt.
not gonna
Can
be
you hear my
happy
video?
for Don in the union?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't me.
I'm gonna cut this off
Like
then.
I'm one of them. Like let the comedy shit pan off, and I get famous for real.
Ooh, yeah.
Like niggas wasn't fucking with Caliucci.
All right, now
I was
let's do
fucking
it.
with Caliucci.
Hell yeah.
Y'all know what the music means.
We here, baby.
Welcome to the ballroom. Welcome to the ballroom. You can do what you want to do in the ballroom. What is that? What is that, Ashley?
If you really want to talk your shit, you can talk your shit, you can talk your shit.
Y'all know what time it is, baby. That music means it is live stream time right here at the Artist Playground. We getting funky, y'all. Hey, tonight we talking about marriage. You see the rings behind me. Tonight we're talking about marriage, man. We're gonna be talking about marriage, divorce, what causes it, what keeps it. We want to kind of dig into it, man. We don't want to talk about the problems of it. We want to more so talk about the solving of the problems of it. All right, let's get into some solutions tonight.
Yeah.
I got some new faces with me tonight. What's going on, guys? D, what's happening?
What's up, y'all? I made it.
D's here, Freezy's here. What's happening,
What's
Freezy?
going on? What's
Welcome,
going
my
on?
brother,
What's
my
going on?
brother.
Howdy.
So, tell the people who you are, where you from, man. Talk to them real quick.
So my name is Melvin McKinney. I'm a local comic here in San Diego, California. I'm originally from San Francisco, California. Hunters Point to be exact. Yee-hee. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a small business owner. I also play bass. You know what I'm saying?
Multi-hyphenate creative.
You know,
in the
because look, at a
building.
point, I'm just not content. I'm just like, what's the next motherfucking thing? Like, what's
Ain't
Ain't nothing
next?
wrong with that.
You know?
Respect, man. Appreciate you joining us, man. Making
Yeah,
time out on this Friday night, late night.
And
Late
look, it's
night.
at,
D,
it's
what's
at the
that?
Fox Den after this.
It's the Fox Den.
Hey,
Talk
what's
to
up,
'em.
y'all?
What's
Hold
your
on,
name?
let me
Where you
see if
from?
I look good on the camera. You know how Sukiana, she positioned herself? She said,
I love Sukiana.
you know, the camera just do something to
Everybody
me.
needs a Suki.
Okay. What's up, y'all? My name is Melodic D. I'm Desiree, but I go by Melodic D. I am a brand strategist. I'm from Long Beach, California, but I reside in San Diego, and my focus areas are music, beauty, and elevated experiences, both online and offline. So, what's up?
That last
up,
part.
man?
That last part, we're gonna have to clear that up. Can you tell them what elevated experiences mean? Living in a time, you gotta be clear when you say shit like that.
elevated experiences are everything in your imagination of what it could be. Okay. So, but working with me is a different type of experience. So that's from, what is it? Like from incubation to the okay, I'm nervous, y'all, as you can see.
You
and
good?
I'm speaking with my
Hey,
hands.
listen.
But-
You in a safe space
Take
today.
your time.
You in a safe space
Okay.
today.
Okay, so working with me is very different. I have a lot of experience in the entertainment industry. I work for Live Nation for some years. I have my own digital media agency, so I work directly with different clients, but it's just an elevated experience. So you get a lot of hands-on brand strategies with me, a lot of things that are at the pulse of pop culture, so you know what you're getting into, and just groundbreaking things that can really set you apart and get you paid.
Big facts, big facts. Well, thank you so much for
Get to
joining
the
us
money.
today. Get to the money. Both of y'all are entrepreneurisms. You know what I'm saying? We love it. Black
Isms.
Black isms. We got the bar. We got some black isms in here. With Ashley as well. Ashley, thanks for joining us again.
Sure.
Welcome back to the ballroom.
Just make me a permanent guest already.
She said, period.
Because I'm always
I
here.
came for what I want.
For what I'm on. Bro here too. What's up, bro?
Man, you know I'm here, man, with the foolishness.
What we talking about tonight, brother?
Man,
Why y'all sit us together?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm here for it.
I'm
man.
looking forward to it. All right, we're talking about marriage tonight, y'all. All right, so this is love and marriage come together like a horse and carriage. Here it is. Let's get into the first thing I want to ask y'all. First of all, can I get y'all statuses if anybody wouldn't mind, please? Go around and let me know if you're single, married, what your situation is. One at a time, please. Freezy, go ahead.
Look, big single, big single, big single.
Big single.
Big
Big single.
G's, 2 G's in the big, 2 G's in the small.
Single. Okay, gotcha. D, what about yourself?
Ooh.
It's a yellow
was a
light,
sign,
you
'cause
know?
No, because look, that too.
It's
but
a
I'm
yellow
single.
light.
I'm like, what would my color be at the party?
Oh, my color.
You're giving
orange.
yellow.
You said orange?
Definitely yellow.
It's definitely yellow.
Whatever, yeah, it's giving like
It's
you know, I'm
complicated.
single, but it's complicated.
Understood.
But I'm living
get
my
it.
thing.
I get it. Bug.
Look, single,
Hood, what?
single.
Single. There we go.
Like that, but single.
Single, yeah.
Yep. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, 19 years married, baby.
Amen.
on.
Amen. Amen. Let's drop one of Clues Bombs for 19
Yes,
years
sir.
of marriage, baby.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it 19 days, goddamn.
No, for real.
19 weeks.
Ashley, how about yourself?
I'm in a relationship about 4 years now.
Outstanding. Thank you.
4 years.
Blessings.
Awesome.
4 years long distance is definitely hard.
Okay.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely. That long distance is hard, but we're working on the next steps.
Yes, I've been there.
Oh my God. And I
Yeah,
said
that
I'd never
distance.
do it again.
I was going to ask, that was my next question, too. What
Because
was it?
I know me.
Yeah.
It ain't them. I know me.
So that was-
The fear is real. You be like,
Fact.
ooh, I might cheat again. I might not.
Damn.
That's
It's
just
real.
So let's talk about it. So that was my actual question. I was about to get into it, man. So what are your standards in dating? Is that something that's like, okay, so you clearly in a long distance relationship now.
Yeah.
So you accepted that you can be in one. Has anybody ever tried it? Anybody says to themselves, I can't do that shit, and why?
No, I've hella done it. I've hella done long.
You done long
Yeah.
distance?
I
Same.
fuck around. I did a long distance relationship in high school.
Okay.
You feel me? It was odd. The oddest shit
In
on the planet.
high school?
Look, so my senior year of high school.
Nigga had a pen pal.
So look, on some shit. I had her, and this is nothing I'm necessarily proud of. So I was dating this girl that had a crush on me in middle school. She got fine as hell. We got in high school. I was like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? With chatting shit, whatever. She lived smooth in Hawaii.
Oh.
Smooth in Hawaii. And, but we, you know what I'm saying? The energy was cool. I've always been like more of a mental, you know what I'm saying? You stimulate my mind, I'll stay interested.
Not that
Case
she
may
was in
be.
another state. She was on another island.
She was on a rock. She was on a rock.
on a rock.
The gag is, and this is fucked up. So she had like an aunt pass, and her mom was coming out here for the funeral. She didn't really know the aunt like that. I was like, hey, look. So she was coming out to where I was. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so look, just come with your mom. You feel me? And then, you know what I'm saying, convince your mom to get within, essentially, long and short, I got her within 15 minutes of me.
Okay.
So you was about to beat up some grieving cheeks.
She wasn't
Sound
grieving.
like
Her mother was grieving.
Okay.
He said she
You know
ain't
what I'm
know it
saying?
like that.
Suspicious.
You feel me? No, and like even then, it's like, but that's what you wanted. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like if you didn't want it, like, no, I'm gonna stay here with my mom, and no, you wanted to come. Like, stop. Come on.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it was a window and opportunity.
So you
And
made
look,
it work.
and
Made it work.
I didn't. All I did was plant the seed, brother, and then the universe provided.
Yeah, hey, that's what's up, man.
You
Did
know?
you done this long distance shit before, man?
Yeah. Oh, me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
Would
in
you do
college,
it again?
Actually,
Freezy, would you do it again?
and I was very much so not like I was committed the first year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That last little part of that 2 years, I don't know, I was popping, you know, like I was doing what I wanted to do in my career and stuff like that going into that. And he was very insecure about just like people around me, the artists I was around, and just like thought I was just thotting and bopping, and I really wasn't, you know. But yeah, I was like, nah, bro, you're not finna press me 2,000 miles away when like I'm here in this. Like, why would I commit to a long distance relationship and play you? Like,
People do it.
you know.
People do it for a safety valve. But I was gonna ask you, like, so that was when you were younger, of course. Now that you've already developed and you've understood things differently, I always say people look at life so much differently. when
It
we get
is,
some
because
years
I
up
did
under
it
us,
in
right?
college too with my
Okay.
son's dad. We weren't far, but we were definitely like 2 hours away.
But
Yeah.
would-
So we weren't like in the same place.
But knowing what you know now, have done it before, have you done it before? You know the struggles of it. Would that still be something on the table for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, eventually, long distance relationships, you work out a way to become closer, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be like, okay, you're just living in a whole different state for our whole relationship.
Right,
Like,
right,
that's
right.
not the goal. But sometimes it just happens like that. Like, you just end up falling in love or being interested or intrigued by somebody who's far away because they have no other, not saying they have no other option, but to like talk to you and get to know you and stuff like that. You're not in their face every day. So it's more of a,
I think I've done it twice. And both times, obviously, I'm single, so I failed, right? I always tell what I say about single people all the time. If you single, you are the common denominator in all your failures.
Oh, that is
every
facts.
relationship you've ever been in failed. Accept the reality, and then you can start from there. You know what I'm saying? Stop blaming everybody else. At some point, it was you. But so
whether it's healthy or
It
not.
ain't always you.
listen. Can I say this? Can I say this?
It was easy for me.
Yeah.
Either it's you
50-50.
or you not good at picking. It's one of the
Yeah.
two. But
The long distance was easy for
either
me.
way, you fix it.
Really?
Cause like
Easy as hell.
my thing, and like I feel like what I'm about to say is typically something you hear like people talk about, like, oh man. No, it's some motherfucking women manipulators out there. Fuck the
Yeah.
bullshit. Like
Yeah.
fuck the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Like,
can.
for real.
Everybody can.
real.
The long distance was easy for me. I was in like 9 of them at the same time.
Jesus Christ,
I came
Boog.
from an
No,
Earl.
man,
I
you
came from an
can't.
Earl Black Planet.
We talking about one at a
You
You
time.
feel what I'm saying?
man.
Black Planet. You had the AOL. Like, I was in 9 relationships at one time.
Baby, let me get your age.
I was in 9 of them
Let me
joints
get
at the
your
same
Let
time.
me get your location.
Selling dreams, nigga.
ASL.
This nigga is in the plenty of
I
fish
was-
Hall of Fame
I
in
was
this
selling
motherfucker.
dreams, baby.
No,
We used to
but
have a
no,
life. We used
no
to have a life
cap.
together.
No
Still.
cap. I still keep in touch with 2 people. Like, it's so funny because we never met in person.
It's because the
But
conversations
we
are so
still
long.
keep in touch till this day.
Yeah.
And I
Facts.
met them online when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And we still are cool.
Yeah.
Like, we follow each other all on same social medias. Like, we have each other's, like, we talk. Like,
Yeah.
we're friends, but we just never, like, hooked, like, you know,
Right,
hung
right,
out
right,
in
right.
Big fact.
person.
That brings up a point. Like, okay, so I'm online dating, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody's has their own what they're looking for. It could be like single or they're like life partner, or they're like figuring out my relationship type,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. I find that even on these dating apps, you can still find genuine people who you have connections with
Yeah.
and can have connections with for a long time. And it just doesn't have to be romantic.
No,
You know?
right.
That's
That-
crazy. Now you ain't
yeah.
gonna talk me to death. I want some kitty. That's what you're not finna do. You're not finna talk me to death.
No pit pound.
No pin
No
pal.
pit pounds.
You come to bring that shit
But
over
with,
here.
okay, well, I'm gonna wrap up the long distance thing real quick. So I've done it twice, and I can tell y'all this, that it is a struggle somewhat.
Yeah.
All right, but there is a lot of good to it because, like y'all was saying, you can't touch them, so you can only talk to them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So talking to them, you do kind of get to know them. You get to miss them. You know what I'm saying, and all that kind of shit. But then that missing sometimes turns into loneliness.
Yeah,
And,
no,
yo.
I flew mine
You know?
out. My last one flew her out. I was like, no, you need to. I need presently today.
I need you
now.
right now, right?
Hey, I like that energy.
My love language is touch.
My
flued
touch,
out.
touch it. Touch it. Let me know you love me.
Have it.
I got to have it.
I will say you learn a lot by how someone can articulate a conversation when you're in
Facts.
a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Like
Sex keeping a lot of people together right now.
can't keep a convo.
think so?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, because a lot of them don't. If you can't converse, if we can't have
No facts.
a thoughtful conversation, it could be about whatever.
No.
I
I'm
get
turned
bored. I get
off.
bored
Yeah, that'd be
fast.
the whole shit.
Yeah.
So like, if I feel like I'm bored with you, that's it. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Teach me
moving on to
something.
the next.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
That'd be my thing.
it
Teach
could
me
be-
something.
Awkward
even,
turtle.
Even if it's nothing necessarily like impactful, it could be something like frivolous. Or like one thing I picked up. One thing I picked up recently within like the last, I would say like 4 or 5 months. Right. Y'all y'all eat eggs. Y'all scramble eggs.
Oh, I
Okay, I
thought you
heard
said that we
something
eat
else.
ass. That's what I heard.
Hey,
That took a strange turn.
hey, yo.
Miami
took a
people
turn, but I'm
say
with
it
you.
like
Hey,
that.
yo.
No,
I got you.
No, am I being judged?
I said, nah, bro.
He said, "Am I being
Hold
judged?"
up.
Am I being
No,
judged?
because like y'all gonna crucify me. I just got
Definitely
here.
don't eat ass.
But no,
But
so,
yeah.
so
So eat
scrambled
eggs. Eat eggs, yes.
right? But instead of like pulling down like a Tupperware, like a bowl or whatever the case may be, in a plastic fucking cup, scramble the eggs in the plastic cup, and then you put the shell in the cup and throw the whole shit away. Fucked me up. The simplest damn
Wait,
shit.
what?
The simplest damn shit. You crack the eggs, right?
In the cup.
Right, you scramble exactly, and like a solo cup.
Right.
You scramble them bitches in the solo cup when you
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and then you take the shells, put them in the cup, throw the whole shit away.
What? What? I
Oh, I
don't
know.
get it.
No,
Is
it's
this
just
a-
you
about
talking
dirty
instead of
dishes.
scrambling in a bowl.
Instead of dirt, instead of dirty
Yeah.
Okay.
The simplest damn shit, and I was just like, "You are motherfucking brilliant, baby. How did you even put this together?" Shit.
TikTok.
Hey, I think when you like somebody though, everything kind of is cute. You know what I'm saying? If she was getting on your nerves, you'd be like, weak ass shit.
Man, this motherfucking this fucking stupid ass red cup.
Wasting cups and
The
shit,
fuck,
bro.
I could have drank
So
something out of
my
that.
next question, you actually brought it up earlier, D. I wanted to come back to that. My next question on here was, do you know what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just saying
Yeah.
that. I really want you to ask yourself, do you know what you want?
Absolutely.
Okay, tell me what you want.
I don't want what is it called? You know how everybody doing this whole trend where it's like this person versus 20 guys or this person versus
Yeah.
you know, where they're like, nah, you okay, so what I want, first of all, let's keep it real. I want a God-fearing man because it's too much going on out here and I feel like I'm a powerful woman. I have a lot of gifts. I have a lot of talents, and I need a man who can stand on business when it comes down to it. And that's just real because a lot of people are spiritual, but when it comes to the real deal, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, can you really stand? So that's first and foremost.
How you look out for those things? How do you look for the green flags? Because I always tell people that, like,
Yeah.
people are always looking for red flags. Those are easy to spot once you're
Yeah.
not stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are actually dumber than they think they are. That's why they miss red flags all the time.
Yeah.
They're cocky. They're arrogant. They think
They know
nobody can
yeah.
trick me, and then you get
Right,
fooled.
and then
Now you hurt.
okay.
Because you're
so-
more embarrassed than hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think a
But
lot of it comes
what green
from,
flags are you looking for?
I think a lot of my green flags comes from accepting red flags in the past, where it's like, okay, I touched that fire, that burned, that hurt, I felt that, you know, and I don't want to go through that again. Like heartbreak, I've felt heartbreak before, and it just like drained me. I felt just being not overwhelmed, but like having somebody on your mind constantly when you're not supposed to live
evil
like
eye.
that.
Yeah.
Some people can't just live rent free in your head, you know? But the question was like, what was it? I'm sorry.
What are you looking for?
What am I looking for?
Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
what I want.
And what
that
green flags are you looking
green
for?
flags,
Yeah.
green flags. He has to be able to cook. Okay, that's just on GP, bro.
You said that. You said that with some spirit.
He has to be able to cook. He has to be able to manage his finances, finances effectively. Like all the checks got to balance. Like he has to be able to be spontaneous, and he has to be able to support me emotionally, spiritually.
Yeah.
I just think that part right now is more important because as I grow and as I elevate and get blessed and stuff like that, there's fear that comes in. I mean, just being a Black woman and just doing her thing, there's all imposter syndrome and all types of stuff.
So that's what I was going to get into, though. So all these things that you want, you just told me that. When you dating these motherfuckers, are you telling them that?
Yeah.
You communicating?
And that's why I'm still single.
But how are you communicating those things?
I say it just like I'm telling you now.
So you give them a checklist.
Sometimes.
See how that would sound to a man, though?
Sometimes.
If I'm dating you and you give me a
Yes.
checklist, I'm gonna be like, yeah, nah, I'm cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I
like,
get
I ain't trying to
that.
be a dick, but I'll be like, nah.
I
Depends
get
how
that.
bad I want it.
And
I'm gonna
that's
conform.
why- That's
See,
why I was a
you
little
gonna fake, but see, that's what she said, imposter
That's why I
syndrome.
was a
But
little
look,
hesitant
why
to
are
say
you
that.
conforming?
Occasion.
Why are you conforming?
Because I want the kitty.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
That's
like
what I'm telling you.
right.
You gotta
Right.
be careful
I'm
because he's
going
telling
to
you the
lie.
truth.
Yeah.
See what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie.
It's
No,
niggas like
but
me
a guy
who
has
won't.
told me,
And it's niggas
somebody
like
I was
that that
dating,
will.
he told me,
You telling
don't
him
do
what you
that.
want,
Say niggas like
and he
that,
gonna do everything you telling him to
you
do.
know.
Right.
He gonna pretend to do all the shit on the list.
Yeah.
Now he fucked. Then you like, oh God, he didn't care about my emotions.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he can take care of me financially. He bought that money for that day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's
you
facts.
have to stop telling them niggas. That's what I said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Stop telling these niggas who you are. Let them listen to you.
So you gonna let me just walk into that like that?
What
that
you mean?
trap like that on
What
camera?
No, we having a conversation. No,
go.
seriously. This is a real conversation
No,
though.
it's
You
a
see what I'm
real
saying?
con-
Because I'm
no,
trying to
but
tell
for
you,
real
like,
though.
because on some real shit, like, it's good to talk to. You have to tell somebody what you want, okay? But it's a way to do it.
Okay.
That's what I was
lace me
asking
with
you.
the game.
But that's why I was
What's
asking you,
up?
how do you communicate that kind of
Okay.
shit? Because it has to come naturally in a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It'll come up. All the shit you're talking about will come up at some point, and that's when you address it. You don't have to give somebody a goddamn, you know what I'm
Check,
saying?
yeah.
Because if you start checking me off, I'm going to be like, I'm cool on this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it a little bit later about why people choosing to stay single, too. We're going
Okay.
to get into that in a minute. But I actually want to ask Freezy, let me get to you real quick.
What's going on?
So, do you know your green flags when you're dating, when you're looking for stuff? What does a woman do? You said something about the cup with the egg thing earlier. She knows, she teaches you something. That's a green flag, right?
Absolutely.
So what green flags you looking at? Do you know what you want and what are you looking for?
Biggest green flag is communication.
That's
and
a good one. That's a good
and
one.
not like
Non-negotiable.
it's like non-negotiable. Communication, peace of mind is also non-negotiable. And for me, you gotta have your own motherfucking interests. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I can't be the thing in your life that's just the most interesting or like all consuming or whatever the fuck. Like you
Get some
gotta
hobbies.
like hobbies, bitch, pick up knitting. You know what I'm saying?
Knit a sweater. Knit
Like-
some
He
sweaters.
got real pimpy, so
You feel me? Some shit, but no, like for real. Because at a point, I have, like y'all know, like I said, I play bass. I've been playing bass for a few years now. I do stand up.
You got
know what
stuff
I'm
to
saying?
do.
I've got, and it's just like I cannot stop my motion to, you know what I'm saying? I can't stop what I have going on, and give you this all of my. I can't give you all of my attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I appreciate you trying to give me all of your attention. I ain't asked for that shit. You feel me? I don't need that
But why
shit.
do you choose that? Why do you choose to not give somebody all your attention?
Because I can't. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I
Because
still
you work
have.
hard for
That's
what you have.
unrealistic.
Say that again?
But is it unrealistic for her if she does it?
But I think it's unrealistic. But
You just
I feel
got
like
here.
Exactly.
That's how I be
what
feeling
was
when women be
that's
like,
what
"You
I
make
was
time.
like,
You make time for what you
yeah.
want.
No,
You just
but-
got here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that whole like
Make
me-
time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
unrealistic because
Don't be a
one,
bully to my time.
You work, I work. You have dreams. Well, you should have dreams.
You should
Yeah.
have dreams.
Dreams.
You should have
yeah.
dreams. I
should
have
want some
dreams.
shit.
And then you have to put into a factor if even one of you have children, because I have a child. I'm not about. The only person that deserves all of my attention is that one.
You feel me?
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
like. I don't have to give you all of my attention. I got shit to do.
And for me, it's like it's not reasonable of me to ever ask for all of your attention. I am gonna want some of it. You feel me? But I'm not gonna be like, oh, you need to be spending every motherfucking day with me, and we need to talk.
Yeah, nah.
People
You know
are
what
so
I'm saying?
entitled.
And that be the whole
That's
motherfucker. That be the
entitled
whole
to your
shit.
time.
I like my personal.
That's crazy
time,
work.
My
You
personal
need
space.
it. You need it. You need that shit to grow fundamentally at an early age.
Yes.
You need your own space to really be able to grow into yourself type shit.
So you meet a woman and she's flowing naturally, Brody. Y'all have a good conversation. She ain't forcing no situation on you. She's understanding. Okay, that's the word right there. That's what you're looking for. She's understanding. She's mature, emotionally mature. You meet all of this. What's your next step? She got all that shit.
I mean, at a point, it's how do I feel? You know what I'm saying? You can have, for me, it's like you can have all your ducks in a row. You could be,
But do you
Miss
feel like
Hot
home?
Coochie, whatever
Do you
the case
feel like
may be.
home?
Miss Hot Coochie.
That's what I be
You
thinking.
know what I'm saying? You can have but you can have that young red snapper, and like it is, you know what I'm saying?
You might.
But at the same time,
you might.
can have all of that shit, but that not be our connection. You
Yes.
feel me?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can have all of that shit, and you know what I'm saying. You could be a hell of a woman for real, you know, and just not be for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree, dog.
And that's just the, you know what I'm saying. That's just the real. And for me, like I've never been the type to be like, oh well, you know, I'm not really feeling this, but I like fucking you. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm a give you the woo, you know what I'm saying? I can put a flim flam and pull the wool over your eyes and beat it from the back and send you home to your nigga, whatever the case may be.
Hey, giving a bitch the flim flam is crazy work.
Hey, look, you ain't never had
He went from the woo woo to the flim flam.
Hey, don't let me dibble dabble. Dibble dabble. You know what I'm saying? That's a sticky hot mess.
It's a
You
sticky
feel me?
situation.
It's called E&E. It's called E&E.
You know,
Ejaculate and evacuate.
you know.
Oh my God.
No. See,
Yeah, I
that's
was
why I'm
saying,
celibate.
Never heard that
Do
one.
it.
Bust and dip,
Oh,
baby.
you're celibate.
Dipping
How long
dots,
have you
bust
been
and dip.
celibate?
Celibate.
So originally it was 5
More
years.
power to you.
What you
my
said, say?
girl. She's
Originally it was 5
celibate.
years, but I had a little situation,
Had to go see about it.
and
Let's see a man about a dog.
y'all got sugar. Y'all got some sugar.
Yeah, I got some.
I just can't. My damn TV just keep falling off the fucking wall for some reason.
6 months, so you know.
Good for you though. That's good for you.
5 years is crazy work. I'm gonna tell you the honest guys.
That's dedication.
It was hard.
That's dedication.
That's
Hold up, can I
That's a
hold up? Can I ask a question though?
That is.
This I don't know if this is too personal or not. But when people say they celibate, does that mean no masturbation?
no
too?
masturbation, no
Okay,
pornography.
see that's what I was thinking
nothing.
because some people say they
That's
celibate,
for
but they jacking off every
years.
night. You know what I'm saying? You can't jack off every night and be
So
talking
what
about
did
you
you
celibate.
do?
Celibate.
You're not celibate. You still
Like
having
my
sex
question
with
is
yourself.
when
I'm
the
abstinent.
urge comes,
Girl,
what do you do?
girl,
pray.
I pray.
How
Pray
you
over.
must be praying
Dead
hard.
ass.
What gods are you praying to? 'Cause
One
Jesus,
man,
why is
one
my
home.
dick hard? Jesus, just take it from
Take
me,
the
Lord.
tent. Take the tent away,
My
Father.
damn
I
balls.
know.
Jesus, I can't think.
Because it's not just physical. Like you're not doing anything.
No.
Like not.
It's
even,
hard though. It's hard to come out of it, and it's hard to like,
Wow.
you know.
It's rough for a dude, man.
I could never.
Yeah.
Because you
I
either
would never.
you either in pre-nut delusion or post-nut clarity.
Either or,
One or the other.
and that delusion gonna start delusing in it.
No, like
But
the
then
shit
you
is,
know
then
why
fucking
it encourages me
pre-nut
because
clarity
I
full
see the
circle.
shit that
Yeah.
be going on in the
Right.
dating world. I'm like,
It's
oh, I
like-
could wait.
Can I
It's
tell you
so
something?
clear.
Oh, I could
Hold up.
wait.
I want to say this real quick
Yeah.
though. I don't believe the dating pool has pee in it.
Please,
You're smoking crack.
you're right. Some
Nigga,
good shit.
there's vomit in that bitch.
Hear me
What
say.
age you been
Listen,
smoking?
Can I
and
tell
they
you?
still
Can I tell you the
doing
truth?
Niggas is in that bitch like
Listen.
Port Mallard. Vomit and feces.
I'm sorry.
like
I'm
linear,
sorry you
okay?
guys all have bad experiences, but I think we all have bad experiences, okay? I am honestly on the opposite side of this. I think there's some good people out here. I think they all over the place.
There is
If they're
definitely,
still
yeah.
shitting,
I'm
There
just
are
listen.
great
I think they
people
all
out
over the
here.
place,
Great
man.
people
I
out
think
here.
everybody is so
I
fucking
think they're just in the
scared,
shallow
so
end.
hurt.
No, they just don't
Everybody-
want to give you the pussy until they 40 years old.
Ain't
They
no
want
me.
to wait
Deep
till
end.
that thing
The trauma
gets
is
beat up.
real.
Look, nigga, look, that'd be the whole issue. Niggas don't know, and like I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Niggas be so afraid to get off into that emotional ocean of theirs. You feel me?
Yeah.
That they stay
Ooh.
off in this fucking shallow end where it's
Emotional
dog
ocean.
doo doo. It's white people. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against white
white
people,
people.
but they be in the way. They be in the way.
White.
They be having their
They be in the
dogs and shit.
way.
You know what I'm saying? They be having their
Dogs at the
dogs at the
beach.
beach. You know what I'm saying? But like the shit is, if
Yeah.
you paddle out, you feel me? You get out into that deep, you'll find that space and you'll really catch what's out there for you.
You better have an
You feel
anchor.
me? Not even necessarily an anchor, for real. Get out that
Listen,
bitch on a surfboard,
I think
have your
you're
leash
speaking
attached
that.
to your surfboard, and just catch whatever comes your way, for real.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Stop speaking that shit, man.
What?
I'm telling you, words of power.
They are.
When you start saying that shit, you gonna keep attracting that shit. I'm telling you right now. This coming from somebody. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't really be attracting no bum ass motherfucking women no more. No more. I was the king of the pretty bums. That was my jam.
Not the pretty bums.
That was my jam.
What are pretty bums?
The
Oh, they out
pretty
there.
bums.
There's a lot
Oh,
of them.
it's the girls
Oh, I can
that
get
they
in
pretty,
depth.
but they
I can
ain't
get
got
in
nothing
depth.
going
It's a
for
mindset. It's a mindset thing.
They
It's a
ain't got nothing
mindset
going for
thing.
themselves. They just
But-
cute. That's all
But
they
I can
got.
tell you now that I'm older. Now that I mind my business, I kind of keep to myself. I attract a different brand of woman.
Ooh, I like that.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Brand.
And it's
Different
because I don't
brand.
speak that it ain't shit out here and da 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 da. Because them people trauma bonded. Everybody who's saying that, like, yeah, I know, right? And they all meeting up, and all the other people just like, what y'all talking about? And they sitting up here quiet, just watching all the chaos. I'm chilling.
Better talk your
But
shit.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I be straight chilling, and I know my wife we will find each other at some point. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forcing nothing. I'm not. If the shit don't feel right, it don't feel right. I ain't nothing I can do about it, like you were saying earlier. She got to feel like home.
Yeah.
I gotta feel like I'm at home. Wherever you at, that's where home at. If I don't feel like that, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I know that about myself now. So when I'm talking about green flag, that's the green flag for me. Once I get comfortable around you, and I'm like, oh, I can be here.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be a present place. Wherever she at, I can be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
could
that
be
for
the
me,
thought, too.
my thing though is like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you can get comfortable in the beanbag.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? What you want is a bed. You feel what I'm saying?
A love stack.
A love sack,
You
a
feel me? You
love
ain't
sack.
comfortable in
Send
that
that
shit.
check.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's because I definitely need to feel. I'm not gonna say like home, because like for real, nigga, I left home and I've been. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel like you. For me, it's not that you should feel like home. You should feel like where I'm going. For me, you know what I'm saying. You should feel like the direction I'm headed into. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I have a future connection with you and it's easy for me to have future thoughts and make future plans, et cetera, then that for me is like, that's the green, that, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, home is like, well, shit, bitch, it's comfortable, but
Yeah.
I know what, look, for me, home, I'm about to get fat again and we can't do that.
And I think that's where different
Like, I'm
mindsets.
big as hell now.
I think that's where different mindsets come in because, like, I have built this life for myself to where I am already comfortable. I just don't want nobody coming in fucking that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've done all the shit. You know what I mean? I'm 40. I'll be 42 years old this year.
Come on, 42.
Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm done, G. You feel me?
I said no.
Ain't no
foreplay.
future, nigga. This is the future.
I am the future.
No, but I know what you're saying. But you feel what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I'm already.
moonwalk on that.
You feel me?
I'm gonna say this to you because I just got this. My mom came out here before my birthday, and I just got this from my mom again. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten this from her for years now. Don't wish your life away.
I get
type
that
shit.
though. I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you know, like, oh, the future is now, nigga. The future is, but it's not. The now is now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for me, one of the big things, especially after getting divorced, one of the big things that I started working on, like, and especially lately have been more so focused on, especially during my meditation, is presence. You feel me? Like being present, you know, being in the moment now type shit. Because, like, it's very easy for us to venture off of center one way or another.
Big facts.
You feel what I'm saying? And then, like, this way you got anxiety. You think about the future. You go too far into nostalgia. You flirting with depression, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, the now, if
Sorry.
you look at your shit
I'm not
now,
sorry.
you really focus on. But if you really focus on where you are now, you focus on center now, you kind of come to this realization that, nigga, I'm still doing okay. You feel me?
That's what I was going though. I was gonna say, somebody said, I wish we knew we were in the good old days while we were already in them. You know what I'm saying? What if these are my good old days? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying my future ain't bright, but I'm happy. And it took a long time, you know what I'm saying, to get here. So it's like, now that I'm here, I think the goal is just to not lose it. You know what I mean? And if it grows, it grows. Now I know what to let in and what to let out, though. You see what I'm saying? So I can't see myself ever being unhappy again. Because I didn't fail so many times, I done got back up. I ain't scared of doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just it ain't that I can give it up. You know what I mean? It's just that I think reality kicked in on my ass a little bit more. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Cause again, what you're describing for me and I'm gonna kind of place it where it feels. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, nigga, you know that there's piss and vomit and shit in the dating pool. But, and one of the things that I've explained, I had a conversation with an ex of mine recently, you know what I'm saying? It's like there are a lot of people who are like incels or whatever the case may be. And, a lot of people who are love hungry and love thirsty and can't find love, whatever the case may be. Or, and because, it's not meant for you right now, obviously, et cetera, et cetera. But like, it's one of those things where, how do I want to say this?
Wait, you can't just skip over that. You said people are love hungry. Maybe it's just not meant for you right now.
It might not
And that be the
thing.
whole shit. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like there is divine, there is, whether you're spiritual, whether you're religious, there is divine fucking timing. You know what I'm saying? There just is, and you do have a lot of people who are out here looking for it and not able to receive it, and it's like how do you describe that shit?
I feel like people are forcing it too much.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just a force, because I even tell my coworkers, so for example, let's say if like you want to try to have a baby and you're trying with your spouse. I told my coworker the other day, I was like, do you want to have a baby? She said, yeah, I do. I said, stop trying. Stop thinking about it, because when you think about it, you have to understand, like, the energy from that is going to go through all your body, and it's in the way you decipher that energy, it's either going to be stress or it's going to be good. And that's what people don't understand. Like, when you force something or try to do it, it's not going to happen, because you're putting too much energy into something that, like, maybe it's just not time for you to have another child right now. Like, stop forcing it. It's same thing with love. Stop forcing it. If you're like, especially if you want to date, just go live life. Go just do it, and then you never know who's gonna pop up in your face.
Things happen.
That's
That's
like what Maya
force
said.
it.
It can't force it. Just like what Maya said. Little young girl told us, love is like a fart. If you gotta force it, it's probably shit.
And you know what? I agree.
That's clever.
I agree.
Very clever.
There is shit and piss in the pool,
Very clever.
but that ain't my pool.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
It's
swimming in that pool
There's
no more.
there's a difference between being single because you can't,
Yeah.
and being single because the options that you want to have just ain't there.
That's a different pool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a different.
That's you with your own pool.
But when you work
invite
on yourself, you
That's what I
focus
was
on your
getting to.
bread, and you focus on being a better version of yourself, your pool will change. The dating pool now will be full of other people that's doing the same shit. And y'all just gonna find each other. Again, those are people who are not forcing it. Those are people who just like, I got yoga today. I gotta go run today. I got a meeting. They focus on that shit, and they just like, if I meet somebody, it's gonna happen. I just gotta be social. You can't meet somebody in the house now. You can't stay in the house.
That's
You're
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying.
meet
It's
them
the work
there.
you put in. It's about the work
it's the
you
work
put
you
in.
put in
Like,
with yourself.
those people, it is not. You don't sit around and just wait for it to come to you. Like if you sitting around, you playing them video games, you getting fat, you eating Cheetos, Doritos, oatmeal cream pies.
Not,
Almost went my fault. Almost went into
Hey,
it.
look, you sent me all out there.
he says with those little tiny onions.
You know,
Fudge round.
What else?
You know what I mean?
Zebra cakes?
Go
Zebra
crazy,
cake.
man.
Susie
But
Q.
see, like, you can't be doing that and be like, I can't find love. I can't find nobody.
Right.
Like, what are you doing to self-improve? Like,
Right.
and especially like as far as men, we the ones we gotta go hunt. The girl, the women and stuff ain't gonna come up to you. You gotta go hunt. So find out what they like. In order to catch something,
become that.
You gotta have debate.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
become that.
You gotta become that shit.
Facts, big facts. So I want to
And it
ask.
benefit you as well, type shit.
Yeah, and it
shit.
benefits you.
I want to ask y'all this. So You have been married before.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question: do you have? Of course, 20 years. You have been married. Okay, so I want to ask y'all because y'all all in different situations, which is perfect. Okay, perfect because all y'all actually are in serious different situations. Do you want to get married again? Do you want to get married? Do you want to get married again? Or well, would you ever get married again? I'm gonna ask you that. Do you or do you not want to be married? Like I want to ask y'all all them questions right there. So the question is basically this: why do you want to get married, and would you get married again? Why or why not?
For me, it's not necessarily of do I want to or not. If you're gonna ask me if I want to, no.
You don't want to get married again.
It's not a part. It's not that I'm closed off to it. You know what I'm saying? I just have a very different feeling and understanding of what marriage is now, having been divorced.
Okay.
Type shit, and then especially the way that my divorce went. You feel me? So for me, it's one of those things now where do I want to get married? No. Would I get married again? Yes.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
All right,
saying?
I understand.
Like I understand the kind of responsibility that entails. You know what I'm saying? Being legally bound to somebody, especially in a state like California. You know what I'm saying? Me being legally bound to this person, that's a lot of fucking responsibility.
It really is.
And it does have its benefits. You know what I'm saying? It makes it immensely more simple to set up beneficiaries. It makes it immensely more simple to be able to share things with, your significant other, and say, for instance, y'all do have an offspring, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it has its purpose. It has its place. It's just not on my to-do list.
Got you. D, I got to come to you with this one.
Look at her face.
You waiting on husband?
Yeah,
Okay. So
That's it.
why do you want to get married?
because. Okay, so first thing that comes to my mind, don't judge me, y'all.
Will not.
Okay, so
I'm judging you.
damn, all right. Okay, it don't matter anyway, because I'm still fabulous. But no, for real, I want to get married because, first reason is because, like, I don't want to, like, keep having sex and feel guilty about it. And that's just real, I feel like my first husband or relationship really is with God the Father. And I feel like when I have ever been in those situations, I've always felt a little like, damn, like I could have waited, or like I could have got to know them better.
It wasn't worth it.
It just wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
crazy.
what I'm saying? And it's like, what if I wait? What if I wait, and what if it just becomes blessed? What if it's blessed? I watched a podcast last night that talked about like Christians and like mental illness and like how they deal with it and how they process stuff. And they were talking about like how like when you are in a relationship with somebody and you know what I mean, you're pressured sometimes to like go that route, and that feeling that, you know what I mean, inside you is that sign where it's like, you know what I mean, hold off, like, you know, do that. But that's really my main reason why, and I just want to have sex freely.
I get that.
I
I understand
I
that.
agree with that.
You want your own person. You want your
I'm
own
not that
situation.
strong. I agree. Because my sister is also very, very much very religious, and to my degree, to my understanding, is still choosing to wait. And like for me, I applaud the fuck out of you, because at a point it's like you don't know what kind of energy you are allowing into your temple, where you
Understand that, yeah.
where you hold your soul. You know what I'm saying? Your connection to the higher. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do keep that person out, you know what I'm saying, you force them to show you who they really are.
Come on.
Exactly.
Because it can come with some real stuff.
And motherfuckers, they look. One of the things that I hate about dating now is people are so afraid to just be real the first time. You feel me? People are so afraid to just be like, hey, I'm not perfect. This is who I am. This is what I like. Whoop, whoop, whoop. People are so much more. And there's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, putting your best foot forward or whatever the case may be. But at some point, you got to show that person the motherfucking real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you going to get fatigued because you going above and beyond. You overexerting yourself. So then when you get to that point and you hit that wall, it's not even that you revert to yourself. You fall even further short of where you could be or where you typically are. So now, you know what I'm saying, you have a lot of people in these situations where it's like, well, damn, who the fuck is this?
Right. That's why that story went viral.
Or what story are you talking about?
You know, I'm sorry. Can I say the name?
Yeah.
Oh, who the fuck did I marry?
And that's a TikTok series right now?
Yeah.
Can you give me a summary of what's going on with that series? Ashley, have you
So-
seen
Yeah,
any of
because
this?
I'm not watching 50 parts of nothing.
That shit like R. Kelly trapped in the closet.
that shit was longer than the Cat Williams interview.
I stopped watching Trapped in the Closet after the midgets and shit came out the cabinet. I said, all right, R. Kelly.
I didn't even get that far.
You know what?
I did too. It got
When the midget
far.
came out, I said, you know
It was
what?
too much.
Let me cut this corny ass shit off.
Funny as hell.
Yo.
It kept
I
going. It was
needed a
40
summary
chapters.
Because I
Okay.
was like, I'm not watching 50 parts of that.
Okay, so there's this girl. Her name is Risa Tisa. If
Okay.
you want to look her up, she's on TikTok. She's also on Instagram. But more of her series, like I think something happened in the beginning where they're cut off from Instagram. So you got to go on TikTok to watch the beginning. She was dating this man. She lived in Atlanta or somewhere in the Atlanta area, Georgia area.
Of course,
Of course
it's
Yes,
Atlanta.
immediately. I was
Ghetto.
like,
That's what I immediately thought.
Ghetto.
I mean, it just came off in my spirit. I was like, you know.
Fun.
But anyway,
Ghetto.
okay. So she was dating this man. They met in like March or something like that. The dates, I would say, I'm gonna tell you like a summary, but I'm gonna tell you why it was like the little stuff. So, they met in March. They got together. He ended up telling her like all this stuff, kind of wooing her in. They had a lot of situations where beginning. They
Did he love
he
bomb?
moved. I'm sorry. This is a great time. So it was before COVID.
Okay.
This is very important.
Okay,
It was
got it.
before COVID.
Oh, okay.
And COVID happened, so they thought, okay, they just got together. Like, okay, who's going? Where are we going? Am I going to your house? Or are you going to my house? He had a studio. She had like a 3-bedroom house, right? She ended up going to his house.
Okay.
She ended up
You
going
went to his house and you got
his
more
studio
room?
apartment. Okay, so then she like explained like, okay, what he does. Like he was a project manager for this potato chip company. I don't know what it was. And it was in the middle of Atlanta. He had this company car. He lied about the company car, but whatever. Anyway, basically manipulating her throughout.
He couldn't even
20
get the name of the chip.
Yeah, I mean, like, what? It was a condiment company. It was a condiment company.
Heinz.
And so, like, he was basically, like, stringing her along through 10-minute
That nigga worked for soy sauce.
synopsis.
Nigga worked for soy sauce.
We don't know who
I'm
he
gonna
is yet.
kick him on car outside.
Listen,
Bok
Wait.
choy. Bok choy.
We don't know who he is yet.
This man worked for Hellman's. He's unlimited mayonnaise.
Because my shit is this. It's like, and like obviously we have hindsight to be able to kind of look in on it, and like I don't mean to make light of her situation, but like goddamn,
Wait, but let me
Did
tell
they
you
beat you
something.
over the
Let me
head?
tell
The
you something.
signs.
But
you
here's
was in
the
a
thing.
3-bedroom house
Here-
and you did what?
Here's the thing. That is just the tip of the iceberg. Like every video, first of all, this needs to be a Lifetime series.
Got it.
Like she
probably finna
did
make some
very
bread.
well.
A lot of
Let
money.
me tell
Very
my
well with
story.
telling the
I
story.
know I
because
could
not
get a
only did
series.
she tell the story like that, but she also had video diaries. So she has like video diaries about like her actual process.
So people
right?
in it, yeah.
Yeah. And so strung her along, whatever. The couple of things that really like grinded my gears is that there was a point in time where I guess there was somebody who allegedly came to their house, right? Supposedly was an ex-boyfriend. This is how he described him. Like, this man, blah, 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 came to the house. He was like this, right? And so she's like, okay, like, who is this man? Like, nobody knows where I live. What are you talking
his
about?
ex-boyfriend?
Her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her ex-boyfriend. And he's telling her, like, he came to the house, he backed up into the driveway, and he came out. He was like, where's Tanya? And he was like, well, Tanya, you know, she's not here. Can I help you? And he was like, no, you can't help me, blah, blah, blah. So he left. This is the story he claimed, right?
Right.
And then she was like, okay, like, that's really weird because nobody really, you know, fucks with me like that.
Right.
And so she ended up asking the neighbor, like, can I see your security footage? Because this is deep into all the
Yeah.
investigative and the back. Like, let me look at receipts and why are receipts not adding up. Like, he would bring bank statements and chase approval letters, and the shit was all fake, basically. But going back to that time, anyway, the person, she went to the neighbor's house, checked the security footage. There was nobody on the camera
At all, ever.
at all.
Got it.
So she said something inside her told me that.
So what was the
That
point of him
just-
making up that?
It was for the reaction.
So
he
he
could
just lied
see-
just to lie.
just to see her reaction. And
That's some
after
scary
that,
shit.
stories after that, different situations, all of it was just to see her reaction.
So after that, after she knew that, there was more situations.
yeah,
So why was there more
that was
situations?
like part 13 because this is what she said. She said one reason she didn't leave is because she felt like she really wanted to get married. Another reason was she didn't want to feel stupid to her friends when this situation
What I
just
say earlier,
ended.
embarrassing.
It ended so
And baby, you
soon.
sound
She
sick
wanted to
now.
have like a little bit more time on the relationship so it doesn't seem like it ended so soon. And then the other reason why she says she didn't end it was because I got to think about it.
It's a horror story.
Yeah.
Women are too
That's
gracious.
really bad.
That's way too gracious. She was way
It's
too
too
gracious.
much.
Like,
I
my
think it's
thing is-
fucking hilarious.
That shit is
Nigga
wild.
here, man.
That
It's
shit
too
is
much.
Because it's a
Yes.
direct result of you
It's
not
a
having
fact.
a real dude
I
or a
remember-
man in your life that actually love you.
tell you
because
what
to
the
tell you
fuck
what the
is
fuck is
this.
going on. You
Mm.
think
What
you
the
do that
fuck
shit on
is
your
this?
own. And you
Listen.
can't.
like you
I
like
saw
this
a
shit sound
clip
You picked
of the
terrible.
video
man.
You picked
on
terrible.
Shade Room, I think, and in the comments I put, "Oh, so he's a con artist."
Yes.
He's a con artist.
Yeah.
100%.
When
Yeah.
he said Atlanta, I said, "This nigga's a scammer."
Yeah.
I said they do nothing.
But it's just like
That's the name
the
they
thing
soccer
is,
team,
it's like
man.
I can't continue to watch it because it's literally emotionally heavy.
I get it.
It's emotionally heavy,
triggering.
but it's like I need to know what happened because it's like, well, okay, because she says in earlier series, she's like, I'm gonna tell you, well, I'm telling you this or this, and that, and I'm just like, ooh, let me get my popcorn.
Listen,
Like,
I'm gonna tell you
what?
how that story ends. Okay,
You know how it ends?
she's about to get really rich. That's how it's gonna end.
She
Okay,
made
yeah, yeah,
She's about to get-
$86,000
That's-
from TikTok.
What you say earlier, that's just the tip of the iceberg. She's
Right,
about to
because
get
then she
fucking
went
rich.
Delta and
She gonna sell that
the
story.
Hilton.
But
and
I
got the
think
brand
hearing
partnerships and
horror
stuff.
stories like that, right? People hear that shit and they think that's now this almost like when you see a kidnapping case. Like right now, people won't. Now people are scared to let their kids spend the night at people's house.
I
People
saw
scared to
that
let their
post.
kids. They scared to let their kids walk to school. See what I'm saying? See how she's saying hell yeah.
But you know
let me
what?
tell you. Let me tell you
I-
something. Let me tell you something.
Listen,
it's
more than
7
that.
times safer now than it used to be. Did you hear what I said?
Lies.
It's not a lie because now you seeing this shit now. Kidnapping. How many
Right.
times you hear? Kidnappings used to happen every 2 days. Now you
Right.
got sex trafficking and
I'm
shit like
not
that that's
even
popping.
worried
But back
about
then
that.
it was way bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, what I'm saying to you is like, it looks like she's a scammer. What happened? Oh shit. She playing a TV series.
She's a runner. She's
I
a
don't
track
know.
star.
That's kind of smart. Is that scamming or smart? You know what I'm saying?
Is what
I
scamming?
mean, my
He said
thing
she's a
is
scammer
this.
too.
My
The
thing
Atlanta
is this.
scammers.
Because she's telling her
Yo.
story for views.
But that's
It's not
smart.
you.
It's
not
her
you
story.
Scamming. It's just
It may not even be real.
It's her,
self-exploitive.
but it's her story. She said she
I'm
got
just
video
saying-
footage. She got the whole shit.
It's just her exploiting herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be.
It's her life.
It's like Krishan and Blueface.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
for real.
It's just like that. It
where's
said
all of
you
this
not
drama
seeing.
Sensationalism.
Listen, can I say something about that though?
That's what it
I
is.
thought that was an act for a little bit. They not playing.
No,
No,
but
some people,
what I'm
some people are
saying
sick.
real crazy.
Some people are really sick. Yeah.
When you put a
She's
face on your
exploiting
face,
it.
that's no longer
some
a
people
game.
are sick.
Oh, and
But
I went in on
that's
the
a
agency
sickness.
who
Yeah.
arranged that because, like I said, I'm a brand strategist.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the comments and the interactions that I have online are about brand
Yeah.
ethics and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
big
that.
facts.
And so the agency that set up that appointment for her to get that face tattoo,
Mm-hmm.
that new tattoo, I tore them a new asshole. I was like, y'all are crazy.
They going too
Like,
far.
No,
You're going too far.
because how can you?
So-
How we just booked the appointment? Okay, so you're a part of that and you support that.
You're
And
complicit.
No, we're not gonna. We're
You're
not.
complicit.
We're
I
not
got a
supporting
video.
that.
We about to go
But
to the
my
next topic.
thing is, like-
We about to go to the next topic. Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Ash.
I was just gonna say whether they supported it or not, she would have got the tattoo with or without them.
Right.
If that's what she really wanted.
Right.
So
Wanna
whether
make some money
they
off
whether
of
they
it.
made the appointment or not, they like, shoot, she would have did it anyway without us. That's how they honestly think is she gonna do what she wanna do.
I love it.
And if you gonna do it,
Look,
Shoot,
it's
pay
ghetto and
pay
it's
me to make the
sensational.
appointment.
See,
You
but
want to
there's
do
certain
it.
things I just don't. I'm not associating myself with. Like,
Yeah.
nah.
I watched they little because you know they had like a leak or whatever on Twitter a while back, and I sat and watched that video. I was
What,
like,
the
oh,
sex
that's.
tape?
I was like, that's why that nigga can't get away from it.
Yeah, because he
That
be
sh-
fucking her raw.
That shit was goddamn.
Ain't doing We ain't doing that.
Oh my
Like,
god.
she's a monster.
He said,
you feel me?
it was like watching animals.
Nah.
So I want to get to this next question, man. The question is, are y'all noticing this? Are y'all noticing that people, we was talking about it earlier, D, people are more so choosing to stay single. Mm-hmm. It's a trend. So I don't want to talk about no conspiracy theories, but long story short, the plan is working.
Yeah.
Okay, separate households, all that kind of shit. It's written down somewhere. Let me just say that. But
makes more
the fact
financial
that people are, but let me tell you this. I want to play this video. Ty, can I get this video real quick? So it's this video
feel
that I
that.
got, and I want y'all to hear what this man
I
was
feel
saying.
that financially it
It's,
makes
it's
sense.
yeah, it makes more.
want y'all to
It,
hear
makes,
this-
it
I
just
want
makes
y'all to
more
hear what this guy's
financial
saying.
sense.
Pressure on us. This could be just based
Hold
on.
up. Let me see what this guy-
happened in your dating experience to where you're now like,
It's a lot of pressure on black men, specifically dating black women. And I love black women. Social media and the culture has put a lot of pressure on us. This could be just based on environment. When I moved to Atlanta, women here are very entitled.
You see where he had
You
it?
gotta
And
stay
listen, I'm
away
not
from
blaming
Atlanta.
anybody, so I don't want this to
That's
turn
the-
when you
into
say entitled though, Brink, what does entitled mean?
I'll say financially entitled. I feel extreme pressure. And I get hit on by white women. I get hit on by all kinds of women. But when I get hit on by black women, I immediately feel this entitlement of, I got to pay for something.
Wow.
I got to pay your rent. I got to help you with your car note immediately within 2 weeks. Or I'm just saying what I've experienced. I'm not saying that's every woman. Nowadays,
show
if
your
I
worth.
take somebody on a date,
$400.
immediately, and I don't even drink. So if she drink, that's a couple hundred. If the hookah's 45,
Dessert.
lamb chops 50. So by the time
Valet.
or valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
Say that
Hell
again.
no. I couldn't
So it's
be
like
a-
I'm spending. That's just the first date. You want to go out again? I didn't spend $1,000 on 3 dates just to see if you might call me back or maybe text me back. And then because you're a
she
beautiful
still don't
woman,
choose you.
if you don't like me, you can go get the next man to do the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, if I was a dude, I would be
So,
an asshole.
that being
Dating,
said,
dating for some women.
so let's get
was
let's get into it. Let's get into it. So y'all see that video,
What?
right?
I
wanted to play that
My
to give
money,
y'all
my
an
money,
example
my money.
of. Let me give you an example of what the conversation is heading now. All right. So I am a single man, and listening to that video, I hated agreeing with that nigga so much, but I had to.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, once you have developed a certain life for yourself, you have to be choosy at that point who you just give your shit to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got here. You know what I mean? Again, making time, making effort. They applying pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know you to apply pressure yet, ma'am. Who are you? Tell me who you are. You know what I'm saying?
But where does that come from?
Comfort, spending time.
With yourself?
It depends on your love
like,
language.
You're like, I know I love myself, so I'm not gonna give you. Like, where does that come from? Because I feel like I miss that. I miss that. Like,
That
you
feeling
just
of-
got here. What? Because like I feel like I'm the shit. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I should be like, you just got here. Pump your brakes because
Facts.
you're doing too much.
Facts.
Because I get love bombed a lot.
Don't do that.
I
You
get
see what
love
I'm
bombed a
saying?
lot. Oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. I want to give you this. I want to give you that. And it's just like, okay, this is scary because I just met you. You know what I'm saying?
Now, some guys fall a lot faster than others. So sometimes love bombing to some people could really be genuine, but they just probably missing. They probably ain't got a woman in their life. Just like a lot of women fall for certain shit because they don't have the right men in their life. You know what I'm saying? So it works both ways. You know what I mean? Sometimes the niggas don't know how to love, so they just doing what they can because that's what they think love looks like. They think me doing a whole bunch of shit for you is what love looks like to you. So let me show you who I am. Let me show you my worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a tryout. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more than the next nigga. If you don't, like that man just said,
crazy.
they will move on to the next
happened to
man.
me
Never.
though. That happened to me for 2 years. Like, I was in a relationship for 2 years before I moved out here, and in that relationship, I was always in a position to where I feel like if I couldn't do this, it was a problem.
Like you couldn't pay for stuff
Like
for
if
him?
I couldn't, well, I was dating this was my first relationship with a woman.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
she
you felt it. You
was
felt how it
same-
is
was
over
same
here, huh?
pressure.
it
felt
was
it.
like
Really?
it was like, and the crazy thing is, if you look at her, quote unquote, her outside appearance, she's supposed to be a fucking man role. Like, why am I paying for this and this and that?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's just one of those things where, like, I can understand, like, if you're in a real relationship, like, okay, I got you, you got me. But, like, if it's to a point to where if I don't got it and it's a problem, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Because it's like, then why are you with me? Because if I ain't got it, you just gonna go to the next bitch that do got it.
I hate when broke people tell people they ain't got something.
Right.
How you ain't got it and you mad at me that I ain't got it? Ain't that a bitch?
The
Right.
nerve.
I got it. I just don't want to give it to you because I know you ain't got it.
Right.
You can't
can't pay it back.
You can't pay it back.
I need my
Listen,
residuals.
in no kind of way.
Look, nigga, this is a loan. This ain't motherfucking charity.
No kind of way.
Bitch, you better go down to the soup kitchen with a bowl.
Oh my god.
Fuck are you talking
No
about?
kind of way.
So I think that honestly our standards are higher. I think that's what happened. I think all of us in here at this point, our standards got higher.
That's good.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
keep going.
And when your standards get high, somebody sneeze wrong,
Take
you
it
be
to the
like,
top.
I don't like the way this bitch sneezed at all.
I don't like the way
Look
he
how-
snore.
look how she bit that
I left
sandwich.
somebody because he
No,
snored too
I ain't want no
fucking
big
loud.
sandwich biting ass motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I did.
snore too.
He's a great guy, but I was just like, you want me to stay over? I can't.
Boy, wake
sleep.
your ass up. Get your motherfucking ass up. All that goddamn growling and shit.
He might have a sleeping condition.
What the fuck is that?
He
The
might
egg.
need a
I'm gone.
open up
I'm
window.
gone.
Like, you told me I was gonna come over here and get some rest.
Right.
He might need some nasal strips. Like,
Get him a
some
CPAP
nasal
machine.
strips.
They got stuff to
I
fix
feel like
that.
CPAPs be loud as a bitch though.
You're right.
They
Sleeping in
are.
are we sleeping in a hospital with this motherfucker?
It's like, boy, is it 5 fans on in this bitch? At the
Just gonna
same,
snore me down.
it's 5 fans on high in this
Right.
motherfucker. What is that?
Yeah, she snore from time to time.
I can deal with a
I will
snore.
snore sometimes.
I can deal with a
but
snore.
you can't snore
I can-
every
I can
night.
sleep.
Your
Rock
fucking
concert.
exhausted ass.
Oh.
Bitches, you tired? Get your sleepy ass. Fuck.
Right, I be trying to keep her ass awake so I can go sleep first.
Is there something that's like, because you've been married a long
If I'm asleep, I'm asleep. I can go to sleep at a
Yeah,
rock
we
concert.
need some
But not
insight.
even sleep. Are there things that it's just the shit I see on TV. Is it like just things in your marriage where like how you see Mike and Molly? You're just like is it just like
in my
why
marriage,
do you do that? I still
oh
love
no,
you.
trust me. Like my wife told me to my face. She said, "You cute till you open your mouth." She tell me straight up.
Damn.
She said, "Because I say some shit."
But she love me,
I
though.
say.
Yeah.
But she love me. Though.
But she love me
That's
though.
dope. That's dope.
And the stuff that she do. The thing is, like I tell you, like the thing for marriage is the fact is it's about tolerance. So just being with somebody is gonna be tolerance. And with anybody, the way it should be is your character determines my tolerance level.
Ooh.
So because of her character, it's like, you know what, I can deal with that.
I like that.
I'm cool with that.
That's
I
a
can tolerate
nugget
that.
right
That's a
there.
nuggie right
That's
there.
a
You know what I'm saying?
Boy, keep the nuggies going.
That's how I go,
Put
man.
it in my
But can
pocket.
you really
roll.
like I know you've been doing it for 19 years and you probably were together for a long time. So like what do you say to people who feel like they just can't they feel like for I hate to bring this up, but like for example, polyamorous relationships or people who feel like I just can't see myself being committed to just that one person for the rest of my life because this person might have a trait that that I like and I don't want to have to compromise talking to them or doing how do you differ that?
What you mean, like for polyamory, the people that
Yeah,
like
who
those?
people feel like even
Can I
if
get
they're
in
Do
on
not
that?
classify
Okay,
that
go
person
ahead.
as
Can I
being
get in on
broken.
that for a second? Can you think about
No,
it?
go
While
ahead. Yeah, I'll think about it.
you remember what she asked you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I want to say something to that real quick while you think
Yeah.
it. My pastor was my barber, and I used to get them lessons from him. I ain't go to church. I ain't go to church because I got my sermon at the barbershop every Saturday.
Period.
So
Like, nigga, I'm trying to talk about the damn game.
he
You
told
talking
me
about the
something one
damn-
time. He said, just because you're a man don't mean you got to spread yourself so thin, my brother. Stop sleeping with all these women because at some point you're not going to be pleased. You're never going to be pleased Because it's going to be a woman that can do this like this. She going to kiss you like that. She going to hold you like that. She going to fuck you like that. And what's going to happen is you're going to develop something that can never be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? He said, I love my wife, and she's the only woman I've ever been with. She's the best I ever had because I have nothing to compare her to. I will never want what I never had. Stop letting so many women have you. Protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what'll happen. Now you scared to be with one person. You ain't really scared. You just know you're not going to ever find all that in one woman now. You fucked yourself. Women do it too. You played yourself. Stop spreading yourself so thin because now you're going to be too hard to please. In a lot of ways, not just physically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But go ahead, Bud. I just wanted to say that
But
because
no,
my pastor
it's
said
real
that to
shit.
me, and I was like, nigga.
It's real shit.
I need that
It's real
clip
shit,
right
man.
there.
When it-
Gonna run that. Gonna run ads
the
right
multiple
there.
people thing, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, it's like you know how they say the expression of like in your life you're just gathering people to come to your funeral.
Ooh.
You know they talk about that. Like that's all you're doing through life. You collecting people to come to your funeral. Same thing. So when you to me and you in a polyamorous kind of thing, to me you just you just picking that one person that's gonna change your diapers when you get fucking old. That's what's gonna happen.
Somebody
No,
got
So
facts.
somebody got to do it. So you know what? I'll pick you to change my diapers when I get old, but I'm gonna fuck the rest of these other girls and give myself to all these other fucking girls. And at the end, you'll wipe my ass. Nah, hell no.
No, that is
I don't think that's a fair fucking deal.
But that's what I want. Like, because of what I think about, like, when I think about marriage, like, we gonna be old as dirt one day.
One day.
Old.
Oh,
And it's like, can I literally trust you to have my best physical well-being? Like, because one of these days, like, I'm gonna die, and I
Yeah.
have to trust you to be able to do what I need to do, like, for my family or for my kids. Like, am I the person that I literally can trust you with my life?
Facts.
you have
like-
to actually bond.
Yeah.
That's what
the
I was
thing
thinking
about it.
too
You
just
have
now.
to
Yeah.
bond. You can't just like my wife's biggest trait, and that was one of the. So mine was the confidence. The thing that tried to hurt me the most was my confidence. She was like, I don't give a fuck w's going on. You gonna do the fuck you want to do, ain't you? Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? And I make
Big
shit
facts.
happen.
Big facts.
Big
yeah.
fat.
For her, it's her compassion.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter what it is. It's like,
Yeah.
like you know how you get those old people when you see those old couples been married 50, 60 years, and you like you hear them yelling, cussing, all this stuff at each other, and she still come bring him a plate.
She might
Like shit like that.
She gonna
It's like
slam it, but
because
she gonna be like, here.
you bonded, you bonded,
real
you've been
love.
together, you've been going through
Yeah.
so much stuff, and it's like, you know what? I'm not leaving this motherfucker. I can't stand his ass. And once again, in marriage, you realize there are ups and downs.
Yeah.
And you just got, you just tough through it. That's why you say those vows for better, for worse.
People not sticking to them vows at
They
all,
don't,
my
they
brother.
don't
They
stick
don't
to
care.
words.
And you know
Because
what?
you know what's
Because
funny?
words can get
Let me tell you
worse.
what's crazy. A lot of people want to get married, but a lot of people don't want to be wives or husbands.
Right.
That's a big
because
difference.
people don't want.
Why?
That's a big difference.
They want,
People
you know
don't
what I
want
mean?
to
Yeah.
commit.
They want to get married, but they don't want to be a wife.
People don't want to commit.
You know what I mean?
to
You proposing to this
the
girl, but you
role,
really don't
the
wanna be a
purpose
husband.
Hey, shout
of
out
what
to-
that really is.
Shout out to Portia. Anyway,
Oh Lord.
So that's the problem, man.
No.
so with marriage comes a lot of stuff, man. So I wanted to talk to you about what you said earlier, D. I want to go back to you. You was talking about the celibacy, right?
Yeah.
You believe in a 90-day rule, or you believe in way past 90 days? Like
Yeah.
you going past the 90
Yeah.
until it's time.
Cause I just be like, oh, when can I come see you?
So do you think the 90-day
When?
do you
Thank you,
think the 90-day rule is actually a good idea?
Absolutely.
You do.
Because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You know why it is? Because sometimes the hardest lessons are the ones that like hurt, of course, hurt the most, right? So it's like, I have a cousin who I cannot stand getting on the phone with, because every time we get on the phone with, he always goes in on me about my decisions in relationships.
Got you.
Because I know it's love, but it's like, I don't want to fucking hear this right now.
Is he
Like,
married?
He's not.
Is he happy?
He's happy.
Is he in a relationship?
No.
In
He's
his
single.
situation.
In his singleness, he is happy.
But that ain't you. That's what I was saying earlier, to each his
He's
own.
happy.
But go ahead.
He's happy in his singleness.
Yeah.
He travels the world. He's good. So he claims,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it makes sense, because there was a time where I would give more of me to a relationship that
Okay.
was in the beginning starting, like, that's why I asked you. I was like, why you say, like, I'm giving too much, like, I'm not going to give too much of myself because you just came. You know what I mean? But I would be the opposite. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, like, you know, you're around for a reason. I'm not naive, but I'm just like, I'm going to give you the genuine version of me.
To be genuine
Because
is
at
one
the end
thing.
of
That's
the day-
okay. That's okay to be that.
At the end of the day, if
Yeah.
shit don't work out,
Yeah.
I gave you what I would give anybody else. And you can test me.
But
as
that can also feel like love bombing to the other person too. You see what I'm saying? It can. It can. Depends on the person. Again, to each his own. All these situations are different, by the way. Everything is subjective. We're not experts in this bitch. But what I'm saying to you, from experience, it can feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You can be genuine and wise at the same time.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
You can still be a genuine person and still use your wisdom and what you say and how you say it,
Yeah.
how you move, what you do. You know what I mean? Be strategic but genuine. It's okay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That don't mean you plotting and planning or playing games. You're not doing none of that shit. You're protecting yourself.
I actually feel like you can't be genuine without
I
being
said
wise.
that the other
Or you
night.
shouldn't be genuine without. You shouldn't. I don't feel like you can have one without the other.
It's some genuine dummies though.
It's
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
You protect
yeah.
yourself.
Okay. So
They
like,
just meant well and got played.
you know, and you're not wrong about that at all. You know, you're not wrong about that.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers, some motherfuckers, you just gotta get stained one time.
Yeah,
You gotta
I've
get
been
stained.
there. I'm like,
You
nah.
gotta go through. You gotta go through.
I'm
it.
not with it.
You know, and like for me, and this is no shit that I'm gonna say something that I'm not necessarily. This ain't a flex, but like, as far as like my marriage and shit, you know what I'm saying? I really built that bitch up from nothing.
Come on.
You feel me? Like
Talk about
really
it.
from nothing.
Come
Like
on.
she didn't have health insurance, dental insurance. Her phone wasn't on. A license.
damn.
A car. Nigga.
Her feet stunk.
Yeah, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I was like, well, nah, you know what I'm saying? And like low key, where I fucked myself, and being completely genuine with y'all, I dead ass was like, you know what? What I want, I can't have right now. YOLO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
So they just occupied space.
high key. You know what I mean? And that is what that is. But at a point, that was the path that I had to take
Understood.
to be able to, you know what I'm saying, even get to where I am now mentally, emotionally, spiritually, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because like it like going through boot camp, they break you down to build you up, right? And then my marriage was that essentially, but for my soul. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that shit.
5 years,
that
bro.
shit. 5 years. No, and it was really 5 years. It was.
Do you
Oh,
feel like
it was 5 years for you that
five-
you were
I
with
was-
them?
I was married for 5 years. Yeah.
Do you feel like, in a sense, like, because what I'm hearing is like you're saying this person like had nothing like established. Do you feel like you were raising somebody at the same time?
Hella do. And the shit.
Because it's like at some point when you adult, you need to start adulting. Like there's just some things that I should
Ew.
not have to tell you to do.
When you love somebody, you want to help them though.
No,
You
that's
No, and that was my whole shit. That was my whole shit.
To an extent.
No, and
It's
like I had to learn boundaries in that situation because like the
real.
whole shit was we got together. She was working retail, and you know I had you know dreams, goals, ambitions, etc. And like a timeline for myself, whatever the case may be, that I was trying to adhere to. You know what I'm saying, as far as my career, etc., etc. And you know, she was like, "Oh, you know, well, I don't really know, blah, 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 blah. I want to, you know, make more money doing this." I was like, "Well, damn, bitch, we ain't never thought about going to college, or you know, you know,
Where are you originally from?
San Francisco."
Yeah, you from the Bay.
You can hear it a little bit. Yeah, bitch.
I'm like, yeah.
But no, and it was one of those things where you know I could only force her to grow so much. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And-
She
and-
has to want to do for herself.
Yeah.
And it's like beyond having to want to do for yourself or wanting to have to do for yourself, it's like you have to hold yourself accountable in that process as well.
Big facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like what one of our last big argument, like the big, you know what I'm saying, bitch, I'm over this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this grace that you've asked of me because I hold no malice towards you. But at the end of the day, this shit is finito. I'm out of here. You feel me? Like this shit, look, hey, that shit over. You know what I'm saying? And it was some shit where she was consistently mad at me about things that I had done in the past. And like I wasn't like a perfect nigga at a point. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was always about the paper. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, we need that shit to fucking survive. And as a man,
That's instinctive.
as a man, it's my duty to provide for, you know what I'm saying,
You're
for
trying to
us.
provide,
You know what I'm saying? I can provide for our now so that we can prepare for our future type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of I was raised around those types of men. You feel me?
Same.
And, you know, it was one of those things where because I was so much more focused on grinding the bag, et cetera, I could not be as present for her in our marriage as she would have liked me to be. You know what I'm saying? My big thing is, if you would have told me, bitch, I would have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, damn, you a sticky note.
A sticky
I need you to eat this tonight.
Mary Jane.
You know what I'm saying? A sticky note. Come rub my feet. Okay, cool. Here I come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you told me what you needed. I'm you know what I'm saying? You know, you told me what you needed.
Facts.
Why would I keep that from you? I love you. You feel what I'm saying? But push come to, you know, she had brought up some things from like my childhood trauma that I'd share with her in confidence. And she was like, well, didn't this happen to you? And didn't this happen to you? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, yeah, but what the fuck they got to do with it? Well, aren't you still mad about that shit? Bitch, no.
Oh.
How
You talking
long does
about-
trauma supposed to
You
last?
talking about some shit from fuck.
It can last forever if you
But-
don't heal.
But my thing is,
They
you're
gotta deal
trying
with
to,
it.
you're focused on shit from years ago that I've grown and I've changed from and I've evolved from, and I'm showing you that I am ready to, you know what I'm saying? And I understand maybe it was too little, too late, and I apologize for that. But I'm still trying to I'm still trying to be here. I'm still trying to put this effort in, et cetera, et cetera. But you can't appreciate and experience me now because you still attached to that nigga there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's like, at a point, it's not fair to me and it's not fair to you for us to continue this shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like we survived that shit.
Right.
We survived that shit. You survived it. I've grown from it. You should have grown from it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do shit about that nigga back there besides, you know what I'm saying, not revert to that. You know what I'm saying? So at a point,
You know what I thought about the other day? I was looking at something from, sorry, Ashley. I was looking at something from a physical standpoint, right? And I was thinking to myself today, would I had dated that woman that I dated back then? And I
Hell
think
no.
about it, right? What'd you say to yourself? Hell no.
Hell
I
no.
would have never dated that
Run.
woman. This me today would have never done that. So you can actually physically see your growth. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for a second. You can literally look at the distance between who you are now and who you were. You can look at the distance between who they are still and who you are now. You can physically see the growth.
Yeah.
Just look back at your friends.
Oh yeah.
The motherfuckers that ain't there no more. You're like, man, I would have never hung out with them niggas.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. And sometimes those people don't change. They don't care to change because they're arrogant. They don't think nothing wrong with them.
I don't even think it's necessarily like an arrogance thing.
It's
I
an
feel like
undertone, subconscious arrogance.
it's a complacency
Yeah.
thing. You just get way too comfortable with being one way. You feel me? You get way
Yeah.
too comfortable being stuck in a fucking mindset, way too comfortable being stuck in a motherfucking situation. And like everybody wanna, people don't change.
Is it
people
fear?
Don't change. It's
It
not.
is fear.
It's-
Fear will cripple you.
I'm not going to necessarily say
Completely.
that it's exclusively fear, but I feel like it's fecklessness. You know what I'm saying? It is just a lack of.
What's that mean?
What that is.
It's
What?
an almost intentional lack of self accountability. You feel what I'm
Self-sabotage.
saying? Like you like for me, my whole thing was like you're holding me physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally hostage, and you don't even want me. You feel what I'm saying? And you're trying to punish me essentially for not having rescued you from your mom. And not to be a fuck nigga about it, but if you got beef, like it's not my fault that y'all have unfinished beef. Go dig her up and settle that with her.
You
know
know,
what I'm
y'all,
saying?
you want to know something that makes sense for that? And that speaks to me because I have been dating this guy, right? And he got a whole bunch of stuff going on, like
Baggish.
baggish, like it's Paris. Okay, we're going to Paris. All right, for real though. But I got love for him because I got love for him.
I understand.
And I care about him, so I do different things that show that I care. But what you were talking about, like, there was a situation where I felt myself being resentful or like angry towards him, like just because he just was not reaching my standard. He just was not doing what he was supposed to do as he said he was gonna do it. And I'm very much so like, if you gonna talk that shit, like, stand on that. Don't play with my time. I'm 33 years old. Like, don't play with my time. Okay?
You got. Hey, listen. Do me a favor, real quick.
What?
Take a deep breath.
Look, do not play on her motherfucking top. Stop playing on her top, nigga, on my
Okay.
mama.
So that's how I was, right? Anyway.
What she say?
On sync to stop playing on her top.
Have y'all ever seen that meme where it's like New York and she was like, I want to get pregnant. I want to have a baby. I want my eggs cracked. Hey, listen, bring it back.
Okay.
Bring it back.
All right. I'm sorry. I had a moment.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, anyway. Okay. I had spoken to him one day and I was just on the phone with him, and he has kids, right?
Okay.
So I have to be understanding of his time and how he, how he structures that. And he just said something like, you know what? I'm just trying to be a good father, And it really hit me because I was just like, wow, here I am trying to hold him to a certain standard. And like, although he wants to do other things, but like, that's really what he wants to do right now. And I really respect that. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to give you your space. I'm going to focus this time, restructure my focus on me and doing what I need to do to position myself to be more loving towards you, more supportive towards you as just a person. Like, I no longer even see him as somebody romantically that I would pursue because he's just not available for me.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? But I could still love him and show him love from a distance. You know what I'm saying? But I have to be emotionally ready for that. So, like, what you were saying earlier, like how she kind of held you hostage. Like, I felt like I held that man hostage when I didn't need to, when I could have been loving him, praying for him in his situation. Like, he had got falsely imprisoned for like racially profiled recently.
Oh, wow.
And stuff like that.
Okay.
And I was really tripping, you know what I mean? Because I thought he ghosted me. And I was like, sir. And then I found out and I was like, okay, Desiree, like, you need to take a step back because you're really tripping right now. You know what I mean? Maybe you're just irritated, but just everything, So that really spoke to me,
what I'm saying?
So
Being a
and I
wife, you
gave
had a
him grace.
situation
I was like,
that.
you know what? We good. Like, I will never have that type of energy towards you anymore.
Got it.
'Cause I'm not gonna.
You already know that ain't where you belong anyway.
Yeah.
So what was you mad about? Look, what was you saying about your wife?
No, I'm just saying. So we had like something like a situation,
Right.
almost like a situation like just those ebbs and flows of marriage. For us, it was it was something we was arguing about something or whatever, and I got to the point like, man, fuck that. I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. I'm out of here. So she had one kid and pregnant with the other one. Go down. We was in an apartment. She come down the steps. I go to the car. I said, man, fuck this. I'm out of here. This and the third. But my pettiness kept us together. It was crazy. Let me tell you how.
Like what?
Let me tell you what's crazy. So I know I was like, man, fuck that. So I was about to be gone. Fuck it. I paid the child support, whatever the case was, right? And then I sat in the car, turned it on, and my pettiness was like, nah, she not getting off that easy. Now she got to deal with my shit. So I cut the car off and I carried my ass right back upstairs. And I said, fuck that. I ain't leaving you. I ain't gonna never leave you. You gonna deal with me. You gonna fucking deal with me.
He
And
said,
I went up there.
going nowhere.
But it was funny, just by me doing that, she broke down crying.
Wow.
Because of the childhood that she lived, she just needed that assurance.
She was trying to push you away to protect
Yeah.
you.
Exactly. And for me to happen to come back.
Abandonment is real.
And for me to
bruh.
actually come back, because I will
Abandonment
never
is
leave
real.
your ass. It was just like, it touched a nerve.
Yeah, man. That's deep as
Here
shit.
we are.
I don't know. I think a
That's
lot
my
of people
problem
need to hear
now.
that and believe it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us
She knew I
have
was that
never
petty, so
believed
that's
it
why
when
she
somebody
believed me.
said it, huh?
Yeah, she believed me because she know I'm petty.
Exactly. That's what it was. She
going
believed
nowhere.
it when you said it.
She
I
like, you
think
petty
a
as
lot
hell.
of
I
us
know
ain't
you
never
gonna
had
stay.
that. That assurance.
My foot in the door. I ain't going nowhere.
No, that abandonment is a.
It's a real thing.
Honestly, that's when I'm kind of dealing with that for real because like it's just with my son's father because it's like I feel like I'm very mean to him. I'm not, and I say that because like he's at a point in his life because he went through a lot. He lost his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I had to deal with the grieving portion. I had to deal with, like, we had a child young too. I'm 18. He's 19 years old, and it's just like, you know, we essentially were abandoned. And what pissed me off a lot was I had people around me, like, just especially when his mom passed, they were just like, just give him some time, just let him do what he's got to do, because like you don't know what he's going through. And at the same time, you know, I've always been the type of person, like, because it's like, one thing I feel like women in general, like, try to reiterate to men, when we, like, our moms and our parents, like, we don't get to pick and choose when to not be there. And I think that's what pissed me off the most, like, because what if my parent would have passed? I can't leave my child or not be around my child just because I've had a death in the family, but you get that option. And I feel like that's very fucked up, to feel like you get the option to pick and choose when it's convenient for you to be in part of your child's life, whether if it's like, even if we're not together, it's like you get to pick and choose when you're going to parent.
It's not
I
cool.
can't do that. And it's like, that's what I've been trying to get. It's like, after all these years, when you finally get an apology for something and they get it because they've grown and stuff, but it's like,
Been there.
you've grown and you know, and I've forgiven you a long time ago, but it's like, but now you want me to switch how I act towards you, which that's going to be a hard thing to do, because I've been dealing with this for over 14 years, and now all of a sudden you want to be best buds, best friends. I can be friends with you and be cool with you, but you got to give me time. And that's what I feel like happens in relationships, when you feel, like I was going to say, when she kept bringing up old stuff, it probably because, like, maybe at one point she felt abandoned. Like, and so, like, now when you have grown and you've grown past it, it's like, how can you tell? It's like telling somebody how to grieve. How can you tell somebody how long to get past something? Like, especially when it affects you differently. You have to acknowledge. I feel like in relationships, when we deal with problems and stuff, not saying like you know, nobody does it, but I feel like we each have to acknowledge how we both handle those type of things, and how we handle conflict, and how our emotions, like how we, like, just because you move past it so fast don't mean I work like that. Sometimes it don't work for me. Sometimes I need a little extra time, because with that situation with my son's dad, it's more than just me. Now it's about my son, and I take that personal. Because like I told him the other day, I said, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you doing something towards my son, family or not, his dad or not, I don't give a shit about your feelings. I told him that. I was like, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. And I'm sorry if that comes off rude, but I don't, because you didn't give a fuck about mine. So why do I need at this point in time to give a fuck about how you're feeling when I'm dealing with raising a son at that?
Right. So I was gonna say. So for me, I'm gonna. So
you know?
For me, and with regard to your situation, like age and some more shit, I'm that son. You feel me? And I'm not gonna lie to you. It was one of them things where my mother never once said anything negative about my father.
And I don't.
Never once.
I don't.
Never once. I'm 30 years old. Never once. Never once had anything negative to say about my father. Never, you know what I'm saying? And recently, you know, and I didn't really start having a relationship with him until I was 20 years old. You feel what I'm saying? And
I never did.
It was one of them things where, okay, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? You still a stranger to me, you know, because at the end of the day, like, you up in the city, I'm down here in San Diego now at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will push up to the city, come say hi, whatever. But at the end of the day, nigga, I still got my whole motherfucking life to live. You feel me? And recently we had for me, what was the last motherfucking straw? Because like, one thing as a man, I'm not going to accept as a motherfucking hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? And like, again, nigga, you're not going to gaslight me. I'm a man. The fuck, you got me fucked up on my manhood. You know what I'm saying? And it was some shit that he had said where, you know, he had felt like I had disrespected my grandfather, which I hadn't. And my grandfather and I spoke, you know, he apologized for being overly formal with him by calling him bruh, you know, in the text. And, you know, we was cool or whatever. My dad was on 10 about the shit. Because he don't like how I talk, whatever. And it's like, yo, you can't be mad at me because I don't have a relationship with that man. That's your daddy, nigga. Fuck.
That's your daddy, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And it's like I look, nigga,
race.
I barely have a relationship with you to be keeping, you know what I'm saying, keeping a pill with you.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like you want this kind of fatherly respect, and nigga, I already have a man in my life. My stepdad was already the man in my life that stepped up to be the father figure in your absence, nigga. You feel me? And it was just some shit dealing with that where I was like, you know what? 30 years of grace for my mama, 20 years of grace for my pops, the 10 years of my adult life, and then the 30 years of my, you know what I'm saying, my entire life. You know, you owe me time, cuz. And off top, I'm cool off this. I'm cool off you. I changed my last name to some more shit. You feel me? Because at the end of the day,
that
no.
got deep.
I never changed my last
Because at the
name.
end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there's like a whole lot of pride and et cetera there. And it's like, for me, I don't know y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know y'all. I don't have that pride or that emotional connection to this name.
Yeah.
The emotional connection that I have is to the name McKinney. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around McKinneys. My uncle's a McKinney's. My mama was a McKinney. You know what I'm saying? My cousins are McKinney's. You know what I'm saying? So it was only natural. I that's who I always was. I was trying to make Hayes mean something to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me to wrap that and correlate that to why with me, the whole thing with the marriage and why the timing was just like, no, at the end of the day, years to move past something, especially when I have put the work in and I have shown the intention and I have been moving intentionally as a man should. You feel what I'm saying? At a point, if that's where you want to stop and that's where you want to stay, I've got to live the rest of my motherfucking life.
gotta keep going, man.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta keep.
I
going.
gotta live the rest of my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I was on some amicable. Hey, look, I don't hate you. You know what I'm saying? How does this sound? Spousal support, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is what
Not that you offered spousal support.
because at the end of the day, I don't hate you, and I know.
Not that you offered.
But
We going to Jamaica. Want to safer.
I don't hate you, or I didn't hate you. You know what I'm saying? I still don't. Now I don't give a fuck at all. Now I'm completely indifferent. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I didn't hate her type shit. Since like I understand, you know, I understand that I did provide a certain life because I was paying all the motherfucking bills. You know what I'm saying? Her one expense.
I need to find really dog, man.
Look, her only expense was her
It be
car
the-
note.
It's like,
You feel me?
why do the ones that they always got it don't appreciate it? If you pay my damn bills, like, you ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I always think about that? A woman who can get a man that does all that for her can get another one. Think about that for a second.
And it's like, go right on ahead. Go. Please,
You get what I mean, though?
Please, by all means, please do.
I said a woman who can get a man like that can get another one. And that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you have a certain lifestyle.
Shoot, I ain't never
Chris
had
Rock
it. I
said
don't
something
think I
crazy
can
like
get
that.
another
Chris
one
Rock
if the
said,
opportunity presented itself.
Chris Rock said something one time. He said he dropped the gem. He said men can't go backwards sexually and women can't go backwards in lifestyle. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Lifestyle?
Yeah.
The lifestyle, they can't go back.
Yeah.
But
So
don't get
they-
comfortable
if
on the
they- if
lifestyle
they
you
were,
can't
like,
provide
cool,
yourself.
And then they became a hoe, they just stay a hoe.
Step in the name of
what you said?
thug.
No, so what it's saying is pretty much like if you get like say paying the
Or is
bills
it
or whatever.
like-
If you live in $1 million mansion, it hurts her soul.
That's why
that she can't be in
alimony
that
is
mansion no more.
like
when she can't be in that
crazy
mansion
to
no more.
me.
She feels some
That
type of
they're
way.
going backwards in their lifestyle, not having no Louis bags, not having a
How,
Bentley.
though?
When she
That-
got to go backwards,
If you got to go
That
to a one-bedroom apartment.
that's why women marry up. They go
Look
up.
at Michael
I
Jordan's
get
wife.
that. I would marry
His
up too,
ex-wife.
but I don't feel no type of way if I'm losing Louis bags, Balenciaga,
If you have a
whatever.
potential-
If
If
you
you
doing
have
it for yourself,
Because yeah,
it's because you providing that lifestyle for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
But
I
it-
wanted
yeah.
it, I could get it for myself.
but men, we date down.
You gotta understand.
We
You,
date
if
down.
you get a
say
man,
we.
case in
He
point.
said we and we.
No,
and
case in
we.
point, you have a woman
I'm
who,
off
because
that train.
you
I am
will
off that
have
train.
men. I have had friends who you will have men, some men that look for women to take care of because
Yeah.
some men feel like it's a control thing. They feel like if they can
yeah.
pay, they feel like if I'm doing all of this, that's a form of control over
I've dated
that
a man
person
who's
when they
paid
feel
for
like that.
some things.
Right. So
but I didn't feel like he controlled me. I feel like he talked about like relationship things, but I never really wanted a relationship. Like I wanted a relationship, but I didn't want a relationship. You know, if that
No,
makes sense.
I don't get that one. Do you want it when you just didn't want with him?
Pretty much.
Like I wanted a relationship. Like I want to be cool with you. I want to flirt, all
You
that
just
stuff. But I
wanted
don't
a,
want to like
You don't want to give him none.
commit to you and
You just
like
wanted to have some fun.
and
That was
You
it,
want- you
just
wanted
you
a
said,
sugar
like,
daddy
be
with no
pregnant
sugar.
with you. Like,
Just like I said, the ones that
You
came.
needed a
that.
sugar daddy that
They can
didn't
find
want
another
no sugar.
But it ain't gonna be
Yeah.
nobody they attracted to.
What's wrong with a sugar?
That's true, too.
Sugar daddy. You know what?
You
I
wanted a
learned
sugar
from my
daddy with no
homegirl
sugar.
Cookie,
It's
who is
okay.
in Australia right now. Shout out to her. She said that
Down
with a
under.
sugar daddy, all you got to tell him is that if it's on companionship or if it's on just like we're talking and that's what it is, that's what it is. And if they want it, they want it.
Facts.
So
I
That's it.
tell people all the time, find me somebody that just want a conversation. We can talk all day.
See, that's what I was talking about earlier. But see,
All day.
that's earlier when I was talking about
I'm
somebody
a very
to me.
great listener.
Somebody feeling like home to me. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like I just want to be comfortable in your presence. Like find somebody you can be bored with.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We can just do nothing and we cool. We chilling. You over there doing something? I'm right here doing something and it's cool. I like where it's at. I wanted to ask y'all a question about spinning the block.
Okay.
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Some
Never.
I feel sometimes, but see, that's
Is there
my problem
any
now.
is there any situation
I'm
in
not
which you would ever
spin-
spin some
No,
blocks?
because my son's dad is a prime example. I am not.
Okay,
spinning
let's
the
get
block.
off that. Let's
So
get off that
Rob
block.
won't
Let's
let me.
leave
Like, you
that block
pick and choose.
behind.
Rob won't
You feel
let
That
me.
block has left, and
Like,
we've
the
moved
road
to a
won't let
whole
me.
nother
I done
neighborhood.
moved up to the Upper East Side. I'm not going back to the.
we
You know
ain't
what I'm
doing
saying?
that.
I'm on the Upper West.
Gentrification.
I'm on the Upper West Side.
So-
I'm not going back to the South.
So there's
East,
nobody
goddammit.
y'all would ever spin the block for.
No, there definitely is.
Okay,
there
talk to
definitely
me.
is.
Talk to me.
For me,
What is the criterias for you to be a spin the block type of person?
So for me, off top, I do not have bad relationships with any. With the exception of my ex-wife,
Got it.
I don't have bad relationships with any of my exes.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I don't bullshit. I don't waste time if I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times, like I try to establish. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily like a friendship.
A
type
healthy
Even
relationship.
with love,
situation.
lead it-
We gotta
lead
have
with
something in
love.
fucking common. I can't just think you sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
bitch, you gotta like, is you nerdy?
Right.
You like
Is
music?
you
Right.
nerdy? You like what
You watching
like
you watching that
you like-
Airbender or you watching
Right.
Airbender?
You like
feel me?
Listen,
No, for
there's
real.
always. I can honestly say, you ever had like that nice guy, but
That's-
you just like
that-
you too
That's exactly
nice.
what we talking about.
So I had
You only too nice if you
had-
ugly.
No, if he
What
wasn't
you
I'm
ugly.
being dead
I feel
ass.
that
What you
nigga
say?
too good to
That's
me.
He
too
wasn't,
nice shit
he,
dead.
and the crazy thing,
That's
he
too
wasn't
nice. Yeah,
ugly.
no,
He
because
was
it's very suspect.
Because if that nigga sexy as hell to you and he nice as hell to you,
It's like, oh, you
that's your
playing
fucking
games
husband.
with me.
It
Yeah.
ain't no too nice.
no, sometimes it be
No.
like,
That
oh,
too
no,
nice
you
shit
playing
come 'cause you
games
not
with me.
attracted to that
when
nigga.
I say too nice, it's
I'm gonna tell you,
like
I'm gonna
It
tell
ain't no
you
such
something.
thing.
love bomb,
Only
but
people
you
say
being-
something that's too
No,
nice
not
is some
even-
people who don't deserve something.
No.
If you know you
That's what I'm about
deserve
to
it,
say.
you will never say
I
something
get
that's
what
too
you're
much.
saying.
I get
It's
that.
like, what are your
Listen,
intentions?
okay.
What are your intentions?
Listen,
That
I was,
part
but listen, it was the time
Wisdom.
of my life as
Yes,
well, y'all.
applied knowledge.
I was in
Please.
college. I was having fun.
Right.
And he was a little old. He wasn't older, but he was like
Ball
in
spot.
his 30s. I was like in my early 20s.
Okay.
So like he was really nice, and he was like, and he ended up like he was in the army. He ended up getting like restationed to like Georgia or something like that. But we still kept in contact. But even like when I moved out of like we were still long distance. This man flew out to come see me. This man was like, anytime you want to come to Georgia, I'll buy your. He was just a really nice
And you ain't want to be.
guy.
And why didn't you
Awesome.
want to be with him?
And they last so short.
It didn't no, because I feel like he.
Why didn't you want to be with him?
Hate that shit.
It was for real, no.
For real,
But that's what
it
I was.
wasn't
like
him.
a rendezvous.
Right.
It was a me thing.
That's what I was saying. So like, cause like,
because I knew for a fact.
We need to see a picture.
No. I can show you a picture. I'll show you a picture.
We
and
need
I
to see a
can.
picture.
But oh shoot. Oh, there we go. No, but the crazy thing is, I feel like the reason that because I knew me at that time, and if we would have dated, I would have hurt him
You know,
Because
And I knew
He was
that.
too nice.
because he looked like
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing. That's why you would have heard him.
No, he did
That's
not
why you would have heard his
look
ass.
like
Patrick, no, Patrick
That's why
Ewing-
you would have heard him.
Look,
Because if he
Patrick
looked
Ewing
like
does
Chris
look like a
Brown,
duck.
I would've heard
you
that.
wouldn't be
No,
talking
I
like
would have
that.
heard that,
Yeah.
man, because like I said, me, I get it's just I get bored easily. Sometimes that too nice
Period.
shit, it just be too boring. Like nigga, I need a little roughneck or something.
Like,
sometimes.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
give me a little balance. I need a balance.
just
Like,
a
don't
little-
beat me up, but like.
That's exactly what
I
I'm
need a
talking
little,
about.
I
It
need a
ain't
balance. I need a
toxic,
good
but it's
guy,
giving,
and I need like a
like,
little hood ass
edge.
nigga mixed in between.
Yeah.
Like, don't push me
little,
into the wall.
like,
Just
yeah.
press me against it.
Right, just like shake
Give
me
it
a little
passion.
bit.
That's exactly what we talking about with
Give
spinning
it
the block.
passion on the
My
Friday.
shit.
That's exactly what we saying. Spinning the block.
But-
See, the thing about it is, they complain now.
Right?
The women and shit is complaining now.
Friday.
35, 40, ain't no
Yeah.
good man
You know
today
how
who
you
got
run
pee in
over
it.
and watch
You
the
rejected
soap
the good
operas,
dude.
give
You
him
missed your
passion on
opportunity. You
Friday.
could have been married a long time ago.
He
but
probably
you chose
married and
not
But
had
to.
I still no, he's still single. But the thing is, I never got to
Because
actually.
he's ugly. I'm telling y'all.
No,
Listen.
he's not.
So look, no.
That
but what it is-
is a
may I-
valid
may I- may I-
I never got to know him.
I'm just
for real,
playing,
for
by the
real.
way. I'm
Like,
just
to
joking. I'm
actually
just joking.
sit and get to know him for real, like as a person. We never like I knew him, but like we never like got to know each other on like a let's be in a relationship type shit.
Right.
What did he
So
smell
for
like?
me,
What did he
We was
smell
just
like?
messing around.
They
Like, that
gotta
was it.
smell good.
that's what I
And
was
he was
saying.
just a good guy.
It's got to be
That's-
something, dog.
That's what I was saying earlier about it. Just wasn't for you type shit.
just
you know what I'm
wasn't for
saying?
me.
Like it's like no, like the shit could have been. You know what I'm saying? The sex could be motherfucking ooh wee. You feel me? Because like we could be talking freaky and deaky simultaneously.
Nah, they just
I
don't
give
Freaky
it
and
if,
dinky
if
is
I
crazy
had to
work.
rate him at the time, I give it like a 5 point.
Out of 10.
Oh, we getting closer. We getting closer to the truth.
Yeah, we figuring it out.
We getting closer to the truth, Tay. You.
I don't even want to go
You
there
smell
to
the truth
even
coming?
see if
It
is
wasn't bad.
No,
It
thank
wasn't bad.
We getting close to the
You just
truth.
wasn't getting what you wanted. No, because like some people
wasn't
at a
bad.
point, especially when you
But
young.
I was young too, y'all. Told y'all I was
I
in
was gonna
college.
say for me, I
was
don't.
young.
Sexually, you got to be 25 and up. Like 25, I know you done been
And when
through
I
some
met
bullshit.
him, I was like 21.
25
I
and
like
up.
20.
was 21. He was like almost 30. So
And
that's why I was like,
That's what I'm saying.
You
That's
should
like
know
5 years.
something.
That's still a 5. That's still 5
That was a
years. for me,
turn-off.
5 years for me.
I like
You know what
older
I'm saying?
guys, but
Oh, I
he was
get it.
just
You feel me?
like,
He was disappointing.
Okay, that
You
makes
feel me?
sense.
That's
Clearly,
just
5 is
you know what I mean?
disappointing.
That makes
You know what
sense.
5 is?
That makes sense.
That's
Like,
a 50%. That is
five
an
is
F.
average.
25.
That is
you
a-
gotta be
five is
through that
average.
trauma.
Listen,
You gotta be-
let me tell you how
I need
average
just
works.
average.
Traumatized
So it
and seasoned.
It didn't
with-
stimulate.
Hold on. Let me
30
have
is-
What's going on?
Oh my bad. Oh, my bad.
sorry.
We was off on a
Sorry.
tangent.
No, I was listening.
5-year gap. 5 year. 5 year.
gap. Because
5
I was
years.
like,
Yeah.
last guy I dated was
Yeah.
28, and I was just like, you're still childish, bro.
I only go back 5
You know?
years. You know what I'm saying?
Up
No
or
more.
up or back?
Unfortunately.
No, up
With
is up. We want saying
If it's up, then it's stuck.
I'm going to go up. God damn it, yonder. You feel me?
Felicia Rashad.
Oh my God,
oh,
definitely.
that's way up.
Sade.
45.
He said
what's that,
Sade.
50?
Sade's 60.
You know what I'm saying?
Is she?
65.
Sade fine.
I love those posts that be on the blogs and it'd be like all the hot ladies over 50 or so
Yeah.
like that. It'd be like Nia Long.
You know
and
who
like
fine?
hot lady. Oh my God.
I have to take the moment out to say this real quick.
So Regina Hall?
Regina Hall. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something real
she
quick.
is.
The most underrated woman in all Hollywood.
Yes,
I don't
she
care what you
is.
say.
Scary
If you ever hear her
hilarious,
talk, if you ever see her in an
scary
interview,
movie.
how she carry herself, she's just so naturally funny and graceful and
Yeah,
just.
she's
Regina
good.
Hall is a delight.
Yeah.
I just.
She is a delight.
If she ever sees this, please, you know what I'm saying.
Holla
to the
at your
ball.
boy.
Look, I'm
You see the rings
Holla
behind me.
at your boy.
No, but
Yeah.
But I think at some age you just know what you want, what you don't want, right or
Yeah.
wrong, right or wrong. So y'all not spending no blocks.
I'm spending. There's some. Yeah, no, I would for sure would.
If I have to think about people who I actually dated,
Yeah.
hell
We
no.
ain't talking about the people you
Yeah,
dated seriously.
I'm
Hell
just
no.
like,
Dating for a little bit, rejected. That's spinning the block.
Right. Yeah,
So
I'm saying.
what dude was just like
To
he cute,
reject
what you
me?
know
That
what?
name comes. There's no name
Okay,
that comes to
I think
mind.
there's factors. I think
Sorry.
there's factors when they come to spinning blocks for me. First of
spin the
all,
block and
it's
beat
it's all
your
about
ass.
how it ended. Did it
Point to
end?
the
Did it end healthy? If it ended healthy, that's a very big part of it right there. Because
Yeah.
sometimes things just end. Again, long distance, sometimes that plays a factor.
Yeah.
And then somebody move into your town, and then you like, we should try it this way this time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's spinning a block. It ain't an unhealthy thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you actually know that motherfucker because y'all was in long distance relationships, so y'all probably talked all the time. You know what I mean? So that comfortable shit is already
I've
there.
tried it though.
When somebody moved to town,
I've tried to spin the block with somebody I dated
And
and
then they-
like for my long distance relationship for 2 years. and it just caught me at a very vulnerable time.
It was timing.
It was a
But see,
very
timing is
vulnerable
another
time.
thing. Yeah.
And the situation that happened, I was just very like, oh my gosh, I need to step in because this is crazy. Like for real crazy. And I also felt myself like, nah, like you got, like, are you working backwards or like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to rebuild? Like, y'all don't even really align like that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't have the same values. Like, you know, every time I have a conversation about this, you want to change it to this. And it's just like, I don't want to have that problem. But, you know, it was, crazy.
So I want to talk about the positives of what we talked about tonight.
Hold on, let me touch on the spin the block.
Sorry.
thing.
Oh, let's go with the
negative?
spin the block.
So with the spin the block
Go
thing,
ahead.
that's what happened with my marriage.
Oh shit.
You spent the block.
We knew each other in high school. You know, I was just out there. I was, you know, whatever. And we tried, you know, found out because she was like the it girl.
Okay.
And, you know, she was dancing. She was playing softball, running track.
Let's go, sis.
She was doing everything, bro. And he was like, oh, you know, she like you or what? I was like, me? For real?
You don't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was still one of those guys that is like your girl could come ask. I didn't believe in titles. I always believe titles make you spend
I
money.
hate that shit.
Titles make you spend
Titles make a man
The
spend
word
money.
girlfriend used to mean no lie. Girlfriend
Your
used to
birthday
mean
gifts,
That's going to my
Valentine's
nose.
Day.
I can give you girlfriend. I cannot say that like girlfriend. That she used to.
You
ugh.
say,
So I didn't really do titles with her, but she, you know, wanted to be my girl. But I was like, you know what? I let her. And all the dudes was ready to go, oh man, you got a man, where you got to do this? And I think we talked for like 2 weeks. And like, no, so it just didn't. So what happened was I would call her at home. So we never ended up having sex, any of that shit. And ended up calling her at home. And then her mom was like, so which is funny, my mother-in-law now.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, can I speak to her? What? She was like, no, you can't talk to her. That was back in the day we had to have 2 different phone lines.
Yeah, of course.
You got your own line or whatever, you think you're grown or whatever.
Yeah.
So I couldn't talk to her or whatever. And we just kind of broke up.
Those
4
were the
years later,
days.
she went off to college because I graduated before her. I went off to college, she went off to college, and we happened to see each other again. So it was kind of like the thing of the mystery of what coulda, woulda, shoulda been.
It was
Yeah,
there.
'cause you guys
It
can
didn't-
talk on the
it
phone
didn't
now.
end
You
bad.
grown now.
You
you
know
can
what
talk.
I'm saying?
You got
And
your
so
own
I got my
phone.
9 o'clock minutes now.
Oh, you telling me.
It's 3 after 7.
Hey, you feel me?
And we met back up together.
That's what's up.
and just she was like, you know what? Because she was on that thing at the time, you know, and I was real, once again, the confidence kind of thing was like, met back up. I was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, so then, you know, just kind of catching up a little bit. I was like, hey, you mind if we exchange numbers or whatever? I can give you a call or whatever. She's like, no, I'm kind of like working on myself and stuff like that. I said, okay, cool. Right, okay. So I walked off.
Yeah.
I was like,
love
oh, okay,
that.
cool.
Work
And so
on
the
it.
way I walked off,
Yeah.
she was like she just had that, this,
Right.
like I ain't applying no pressure.
Right. Oh, good for you.
I'll find another
Work
one.
on
Yeah.
it.
Kind of thing.
Smooches.
But she was like, she did tap me. It was like, no, bring your ass back here, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't. And she said
See,
something about
she
my.
pulled a you on you.
She said something about my smile or something like that or whatever. We exchanged numbers, and really for like the first week, we talked on the phone.
That's what's up.
So we didn't see each other because we see it's bumping. I don't go 7 days. Let's get that out the fucking way.
Here we go.
There is no
Here we go.
90-day rule.
You heard him talking about it.
The
You heard him
very
talking about
first
it.
time that we actually had contact with each other, we was bumping the uglies.
There we go. Bang, boom,
So
bang.
we talked on the phone, but it was about anything. Though we talked about like ice cream flavors.
We're gonna
and
go
just
into it.
random shit. And we did that
Did
for
she
like
say
a week.
7 days?
I don't wait more than 7 days.
Listen, you heard what he
Are
said.
you serious?
Listen, you heard what he said.
1000%.
So D, when we was talking, go ahead.
But no,
ahead.
but then
Yeah.
she ended up like, then she goes, oh, well, I can rent a house. Okay, cool. So it's been a week we was talking, and then she came rent a house or whatever. It was a sexual attraction. We grown.
Right.
It was a sexual attraction.
What are we doing?
I had it, she had it, and it probably was something that, so I could say the 7 days, but you could say it brewed for 4 years because it was a sexual tension for the last 4 years. That
That's
we was
true,
apart.
It ain't like
That's
it's
true,
not
though.
like she ran.
So if you think
Right.
about
It
it,
picked up where it left
so
off.
more like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it just kind of then, here we are here today.
but if
Man,
it was, but if
hallelujah.
she was random,
But spinning the block
7
worked out.
days,
So spinning the
Yeah.
block works out.
Spinning the block
man.
worked out. Sometimes
All
y'all gotta
depends.
humble yourself
Very.
and know that other people grown too.
That's why I said
you
you
ain't the
don't-
only one that grew.
That was it because you don't get that chance. Like I said, that's why I said it's like people that you reject. Like you see this dude or
Yeah,
whatever,
you're
you're like,
right.
no, because like I said, you're not at the right time in your life. But then later on down the line, it's just like, you know what? I see him doing good or whatever.
Big
You know, if
fact.
he seems to be still attracted to you because y'all never got a chance to see, and then you attracted to him, never got a
Yeah.
chance to see. It's like, hey, let's see what
It's
happens.
like
That's
theme of the
happening.
night. I'm open to it, but I gotta apply it. Like, okay, let me tell you a story. It's a good one. Okay, so my homegirls took me out to dinner for my birthday like a month later. I don't care. You took me out. Okay,
Got you.
it's great. So we went to Benihana's, and she goes, we're like all kind of like feeling the air, feeling the like vibe between each other because we hadn't seen each other in a long time. So we're like, we're cool, but we're like trying to feel each other out. And my homegirl was just like, Des, don't change. Because I was just like venting. Like I was just like frustrated with just people. And she was just like, Des, we love you. Don't change. But we got to know you standing on business. And it just touched my soul. Because I was just like, damn, you right. You know what I mean? Because like I can talk and I can do all that. But like, am I really standing on what I want to be standing on,
Yeah, big
and
facts.
what I want to be represented for, you know. So
Good shit, man.
yeah,
Stay strong. Stay strong. Stand on it.
Got
Because
to.
you have your boundaries. You have you have your rules with yourself, and how you doing yourself right now.
yeah.
You gotta. Some man will appreciate that. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It ain't that one.
Okay, so in my mind, so with the 90-day rule thing, right? Like he was talking about, you want to invest in a person,
Yeah.
but you want to know you're making a good investment too. You know what I mean?
Don't waste your time.
But
While spending it on-
so I'm gonna tell you this. I said this. I was like 20 something years old, and I said this to somebody. When I said it, I've repeated it to myself throughout the years. I guess I can believe it at this point. But I always tell myself, it ain't how long you make somebody wait for it. It's how good it is when you give it to them. Because if you make me wait for 90 days and you finally give it to me
And it's bad.
And it's
Oh, I'm
bad?
gonna be pissed.
it's almost like
I'm gonna be pissed.
it's almost like you said when you had that long distance relationship, and then when he moved there, that it wasn't what you invested in. You was like,
Yeah.
wow, I put a lot of shit in this for this to be some mid or some. You know what I'm saying? This don't,
Mediocre.
The
I don't want no
solution is
mediocre.
And now
don't
I need a
invest.
30
said
day
don't invest
guarantee.
anything.
The solution is don't
crazy.
invest.
That's crazy
If you're not
work.
opening them legs, I'm not opening my fucking wallet.
what are we doing?
We're going to the beach.
What are we doing?
We're going to the beach.
He said we're going to the beach.
We're gonna walk the
All right,
beach
we're gonna
for
go to
free.
Balboa Park.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the
said, I
He
botanical
said you
want-
better. I hope you
Yeah.
like scenery.
Yeah,
I
shit,
hope
man.
you like scenery.
For me, my whole shit is this, and like I understand the whole 90-day rule, et cetera, et cetera. Bitch, if I'm actively motherfucking single in that 90 goddamn days, and I got other motherfuckers I can go fuck on,
In the
I'm gonna go fuck
meantime-
on them.
In the meantime,
I'll still date you.
no,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
We can still
date, question mark?
You can still have my emotional self, and you can still have my attention and my intention. This penis is in the wind, baby. It's in a condom,
Hey,
but
in
it's
the wind,
in the wind.
Hey, in the wind is nasty work.
It really is.
Dick in the wind.
Because why would I want to see that?
Hey, that's
in the
hilarious.
wind.
But that's
It's like,
hilarious. Hey, that's a
But
classic
no,
jewel right there.
but that's
Hey,
my
dick in
my
the
whole
wind.
shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Dick
Like
in the wind.
I can you know
That's
so
a song. That's a
if
trending song.
if I can have this emotional connection with you or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I'll wait. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to understand that if I do have a sexual need, being that I am sexually active, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on a journey of celibacy or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't- but you
I would
can't be-
never hold somebody to
you can't be
that.
mad. You can't.
However,
you
I know what
can't-
you're saying,
no,
yeah.
look,
On
that's the
your
whole
way.
shit.
Yeah.
Fine. Absolutely.
You can't.
So you would still
can't-
date a man, even though he was doing his own thing on the
No,
like.
no. I'm saying do your thing. Go on your way.
Right. Like, we
leave
don't-
me
we
the
don't-
fuck
Oh, that's what I
alone.
was gonna ask you though. So what if you like a guy? Okay, let's for example, what you saying, right? Okay, just for example, right? Let's say y'all dating, right? And you really like this motherfucker. He got everything you need. He got everything you want in a husband, but you're not ready to have sex with him yet. He's honest with you and he telling you, I got a friend. She know I'm dating you. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? We and her only have a physical connection. We have sex every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We both have needs. She got a busy job. She a doctor or some shit. And we've been having sex for a while. What if a man was that honest with you? Would you still want to date him?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Because honesty gets you nowhere.
No, that's
See,
no,
you-
the
you
honesty
encouraging
is
these
fine.
niggas to lie.
The honesty is fine. I'm okay with that.
Fuck that.
Just don't fuck with me.
Got you. That makes sense.
That's okay. Have that.
That's
What's
deep.
for the goose?
Have
ain't
that.
For
but
the
don't fuck with
gander.
me because I know how I am emotionally, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be emotionally tied with somebody who is unavailable for me and can be potentially become unavailable for me, and
Right.
you're sexually involved with someone else. Like that's in itself is a whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Got
Like
you.
people underestimate sex. Like I have friends who be like, sex is just sex, Des. It's just sex.
Condom sex is
And I'm
literally
like,
just sex.
Okay. But no, sex is really sex.
It's a water balloon.
It's
Condom-
really
condom
like,
sex
and
ain't
it
even
can
sex.
become,
That's-
it can
condom
become
sex
an
is just sex.
That's
addiction.
bumping uglies.
It can become, you know what I mean?
Your clothes burning.
Whatever. That's just what it.
But
you know?
it's a little bit different between guys and girls. Like now that's why I
Guy-
say,
yeah.
like I tell them, like
I think
if
it just
a
depends on the person.
if a female can detach her emotions from her pussy,
You know what I'm saying?
do not mess with her.
She's
Yeah, I
Leave
unstoppable.
her the
know.
hell alone.
She's
That too.
unstoppable, and
Yeah.
she's a
That's
threat to
why I
society.
think
I'm telling you.
I'm a threat to society.
If you can
Listen to
detach
what I'm
that
trying to
shit,
tell you. If, like he just said, that is the most
Dang.
dangerous
That's a
creature on the
dangerous. I'm
planet.
telling you.
Look,
Because they think about it.
If
A lot
a
of
guy can do it,
no,
why can't
no, because a
woman
lot of girls
do
is out
it?
here. Think about it. You detach your vagina from your feelings.
That's how they
There-
can sell
there
it.
are literally girls out here to
Absolutely.
get a paycheck. So you like this dude, you trying to get his money, and you will bring a third party, which is a fucking child, on purpose just to get child support for the rest of your life. That's
No,
crazy.
thank
That's
you.
crazy work.
Oh, no. So look, no, look, no.
That's what they out here doing.
Yeah.
That's nasty
There
work.
are no, there are definitely people out here
That's
having keeping
crazy.
nigga babies.
Yes,
There are
keeping nigga babies.
There
Yeah.
they exist.
Yeah.
Or get the money babies.
Get the
I'ma
money
get this
babies.
bag.
The bag babies.
Get the
Cat bag baby.
Bag baby.
Bag
You
baby.
gon'
That's
hurt
Nick
so
Cannon.
bad. Yeah, I like
That's
that.
happening.
Nick Cannon is the bag baby.
You
A
feel what I'm
bag baby
saying?
is crazy work.
But you know,
Jagged.
you know, if it's one of those if it's one of those things where you know, like, okay, I do have this sexual need. I feel like I'm not gonna knock
It's a
it.
need.
You ever
Go
you,
get-
you ever
you know what
see you
I'm
ever
saying?
see you ever
At the
see a
same
movie
time,
where it's like an agent and she like real sexy and shit, and when she rip off the jacket and throw her hair back and she put the sexy on the nigga, she's separating her emotions from her sexy, and she could do that. And now guess what? She's the most powerful thing in the fucking room.
Yeah.
That's how they get the warlords. That's how they get the top niggas. They just
That's
use
what
what they
Cleopatra
have.
was doing?
And you
Yeah.
gotta be able to detach this from this. And when y'all do that, that's some scary shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how women.
That's just crazy.
You act like how women can be a prostitute. A lot of women like, I don't understand how they do that. I don't know. Because they've detached the two.
Yeah.
One of them is for business. One of them is for understanding. It's some women that sell their body and they the smartest women. You know what I'm saying? They read books. They have clean. They balling. They live in a lavish lifestyle. They very intelligent. Very intelligent. You don't have to be a whore to sell your body.
way.
They just know how to detach one thing from the other.
'Cause at the end of the day, you got your motherfucking needs. I ain't gotta like you. I ain't gotta like you to fuck
I
you.
understand
Yeah,
that.
as a guy.
There's no way I look like I got all this
I ain't gotta love you to
ass.
fuck you. I gotta like
And you gonna be hitting from the back, and you got me fucked up.
You got me.
You got me fucked up. Like,
What you mean you ain't mesmerized back there, nigga?
you got me fucked up.
What are you
Like,
talking about?
I got birthmarks
I'm
and
a
all types
product
of shit.
of my environment.
Identifiable shit.
And one thing I learned at an early age is how guys detach.
Yeah,
Because
that's
men,
good.
honestly, when women do it, is because we learn that from y'all. So when women, because I learned that.
That's good.
How y'all learn
I
from
learned
us?
that. What?
Y'all don't have a
That's
dick.
good.
What? It
No,
doesn't
that's
matter.
good.
Yes,
How
I
can
do.
you learn
good.
how to have a dick?
We
if
just
you never had a
Learning
dick.
from your
Gonna
as
tell
it's a
you.
result, as
Emotional
an
thing.
effect of what
Because
you caused.
Emotional
Because
My
it's what we bring to the
people-
relationship. What we bring to the relationship is like we
But
pay
this
your
ain't
bills.
but
We
this
here to
ain't about
protect you.
relationships
We here to
no
do
more.
all this shit for you.
But no, we ain't even talking about relationships. I'm talking about just fucking.
She's talking about, like,
I'm
learning
just
the
talking about the
emotional
emotional
detachment.
connection
Right, yeah.
of just fucking.
Yeah.
You. I learned that from men.
So when you
dealing
make that-
with men. So when I was in college, like.
So when you
Lord,
make that a
Mom, I
habit,
hope
you
you're
think you
not
just turn that
watching
off?
this. Mom, I hope you're not watching this. But when
She
I
about
was
to
in
be
college,
famous.
I was on and off with my son's dad for 7 years. So I ended a long relationship, and I'm really like not looking for anything serious because I was like, I just got us something serious. So when I was in college and I was quote unquote dating, like that's what it was. Like, no, and I literally had some guys like kind of in their face. I was like, no, I don't want no relationship. I don't want you. I don't need you. I
Yeah.
don't want that. Your dick is
Definitely
good.
the energy.
Your dick's good. We can still do that, but other than that, I don't want it. And
That's
a lot of my
That's a dangerous thing.
and they be like,
Hey,
man, you just
I
like
got this
a
bad
nigga. I
bitch
said,
to go
well,
to
so
Northridge.
why do you feel like if I'm just like a nigga, then why do you feel like it's just okay for you to detach and it's not okay for me to detach?
I don't know.
No,
about
it's
that.
the thing about it. It's
You
actually,
make it seem like it's just. He said it's destruction, but
It's
you
absolute
don't,
destruction.
But do you? But
the
but
thing
you
is this.
saying? But no, hold on.
Hold on.
You're
What?
saying it's destruction.
Yeah.
Do you know how destruction? First of all, men
Mm-hmm.
are the freaking. You're the starters of this destruction.
Okay.
You caused this destruction.
Okay, Eve.
So when a woman brings the destruction back,
Okay, Eve.
it's World War III.
Okay, now, hold up. I don't want to answer this. I don't even want to answer this. But Boogie, didn't you say something one time about the difference between penetrating and getting penetrated?
it's a difference. Look.
Oh
look.
no!
Look, I know y'all seen this. I know y'all seen that meme.
So let's talk about
Y'all
it.
seen that meme? Did y'all see that meme?
With
So
the guy who responded to the meme.
about the water?
Yeah.
What he said? What
Where
about the
he
water?
took the cucumbber and he took the
Oh, no.
sauces.
No. What we
Okay.
talking about is
All right.
if 20
Get into
people,
it.
the man, if 20 people touch this bottle,
Okay.
I can wipe this motherfucker off and still drink the water inside.
That don't mean you
Okay.
still ain't got germs.
If 20 niggas put their fucking fingers in this
Okay.
motherfucker,
Okay.
I'm not drinking the water.
Okay, now let
I'm
me follow
dehydrated.
up with something. Let me
I'm
follow
dehydrated.
up
I work in a
with
That's the
hospital,
difference
baby.
between men and women.
I work in a
Let me
hospital,
follow
baby.
up with
It's a
some.
lot of stuff that say dormant on the skin.
Okay.
So
Here's a cucumber.
But we're not
right?
talking about that.
It is.
The analogy is the fact that somebody's going up in you. Somebody's going up in you. I don't know what all the other analogies is. Somebody's
Ty,
going
what are the
inside
people
of
saying?
But there's a cucumber in a hole.
It's a-
My,
you. That's
so
all we're saying.
For me,
Don't get beat up. That's all I'm saying.
do what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Do what makes sense for you. You feel me? Like a lot of the time, you know, because at the end of the day, it's just you making a decision. I'm deciding that I don't want this relationship
Big
with you.
facts.
I'm deciding that I don't. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even necessarily have to be like you give me the ick. Like I could really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? We can have a whole little vibe, and the sex could be bomb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? This shit could be real cool. But again, I'm just not fucking with you.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And like at the end of the day, it's really just and like for men, like a lot of times, the terminology that I feel like is problematic in the whole thing is detachment. When what it really is,
Yeah, man.
is decision. You feel what I'm saying?
Wisdom, decision making, all that shit.
It's
come
not
into play.
necessarily I've detached myself emotionally from my sexual organs, whatever the case may be. It's just I'm deciding the shape that I want this relationship to take. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, man or woman. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, you know, some motherfuckers is worthless. Some motherfuckers is just worthless to your life. Some motherfuckers is really just here, you know what I'm saying, to take up your time and waste your motherfucking time. And if you have the clarity up front to be able to discern that for yourself,
Facts.
and you know what this is, just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the sex is good, but I don't see a future with you, I'm gonna enjoy the right now because this, like, goddamn, baby, Soak City, huh? You feel me?
Exactly. So, okay, good segue. Because I was going to say something. Because it's in the music, right?
Okay.
The music, I feel like, reinforces,
Yes.
like, the aftermath of, like, fucked up situations sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, like, that song, you said the ick, right? It's not like she gave me the ick. Like, that's a cultural thing, like, cultural tag, right? And so, have you heard that song?
No,
though,
I have not.
By Lay Banks?
I'm 41.
I haven't heard the song.
But I'm saying, like, there's girls out there who watch these videos and be like, "She is me. I'm her.
Okay.
You're impersonating this
Okay.
this woman, and that's what I'm gonna roll with."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's same situation.
That's why I'm not fucking. That's why I don't fuck 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta-
It's a lot of girls trying to be city girls out
City
here.
girls.
And it's like
City
you
girl
know, like for me,
kingdom.
and for me, it's like if you a soft girl, be a soft girl. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta let every nigga touch your marshmallow, baby.
I'm so tired of the non-choreography.
I just feel
Sick
like
of it.
don't let men determine who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like don't be like
Where the
I-
witches at?
I need a
Where the
man to
witches-
make me be feminine. It's like just be feminine, baby.
Right.
That's
what
who you
it's a-
are. Just be who you are.
Right.
It's
baby.
habit.
Don't let niggas change y'all and make y'all. We need to
Please
wear
don't,
this. We need to have BBLs. We need niggas ain't doing none of that.
That's
We
crazy.
we don't even give a fuck
Shit's
about.
crazy.
Honestly, we don't even be giving a
I'm
fuck
like,
about
I
most of
can't
that shit.
stand
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I
The
can't
BBL
stand it.
movement
I
is
can't stand
crazy.
it.
It's crazy,
I
bro.
can't
Yeah.
stand
It needs to go in history books.
It's for me
No.
personally.
Deadass.
For me,
With side effects,
With
with,
side
all
effects
of
and
that.
yes.
People dying,
Yes.
all of that.
For real.
Well, at least they're matching it up now because now you know they got the.
They trying to work out with it.
Well, no, they got the DBL.
What's that?
What's the deal?
For the dick. They got the BBL.
Oh, I thought it was like
No, that's serious.
smaller
Stretchy,
BBL.
stretchy arm and extend your finger.
They put shit in your
Yeah, they
stuff.
do-
They
they-
make
they-
that and shit like that, so it can match. I guess
That's
so it
why
can
them
match
rich
the
niggas
BBL.
be leaning. Hey, let me tell you the truth though. Even if I had the money,
They do that shit. Put
I'm
them both
cool.
out.
That's
I'm good.
crazy.
I'm gonna stay where I'm
I'm
at.
doing great.
You can
I'm
lose your
doing
We
whole
say I'm
thing.
content.
You can't use it for 3 days. Type
Don't
shit.
do
Oh, I
that.
looked it up.
To the
Why
swelling
would
go
you
down.
do
Are you looking up?
that?
Yeah, you goddamn right. I
You
looked it
said
up.
fuck it, huh?
Fuck it.
Hey, we can only go up from here.
I'm the look.
We can only go up from here.
Hey, 20
Don't
years
get-
in.
don't get
Good-
that.
Me and the wife, we talk about this shit all the time.
I'm
We
20
talking
years
about-
in.
We talking about what? We get 60, 55, 60,
Yeah.
whatever like
Don't
that.
get that
I
shit.
want balls be smooth as eggs. You
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Botox in the balls.
We
You
gonna
know,
take
get a
care of him.
vaginal reconstruction type shit.
We gonna take care of
like shit
him.
go crazy.
It's
What they
gonna-
call me in
it's
college, they
gonna
call me
fall
pretty meat. Nah,
I can't. For me, the whole BBL culture, I feel like, and like I was talking to a homeboy about this shit the other day. I feel like if you as a man have the kind of influence on a woman where I need my woman to have, you know what I'm saying, this big old fake ass and
All
these
that,
big
all
old
that,
fake
yeah.
titties and these big old fake lips and this, that, and the third. You don't like women for real. You can't you couldn't find nothing
That's
nigga
that
that you
club
like.
life.
Well, you got to think about it, man. They got the money to spend. Build a bitch. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's
Mind
called
you, look,
build a
That's
you
the
ain't
club
you ain't
life.
like the bitch in the first place.
No.
You didn't like the bitch in the first place.
But it's like they do us. I didn't like her for what she was. I like her for what she was going to be.
Yeah,
Got
you
the
know,
potential.
I gotta.
She
it
got the
started
Yeah,
from
because
scratch.
you know what?
So she got a little
If
something.
you when I was in college, right? Like this ain't new. Like they've been doing this forever. Like women have been building their bodies forever. When I was in college, we used to take road trips to Vegas, right? On big weekends, like Memorial Day weekend and shit. And if you think about it, when you touch the city and you look around you, women look done up. If you go to Miami, women look
Oh my
done
God!
up.
I went to Miami for
So,
the first time. I said, "Is everybody in
it's
a music
pressure
video?"
to
They
it's not just
all
from
look
men,
like
it's
that.
pressure
there.
from other women to feel like
we don't.
That's where it really
you
comes
know that's really where it comes from.
I said this one time. How the fuck can a man set the beauty standard?
yeah.
We don't
We don't
judge
even know
that.
what it is.
Complete. You don't
We
even
don't
really
do that.
compete.
What they do is that the women are competing against other women because they see the women with that get attention.
Yeah, that's
It's
just attention. Yeah.
So we not
What the
setting
fuck?
that.
That ain't real
Yes.
attention. That's
Like
not
I said,
even real
that's
attention.
That's just
Right.
a toy we want to play with.
Type
But the
shit.
one that we ask your wife is gonna be completely different.
So I do believe in that. I do believe in wife. I always said this about some women. You can be around a woman and say she feels like a wife. Something about her. You know what I mean? I remember walking past these women.
Coretta.
She's something. She's something. What you say? Be my Coretta, ass nigga. Yeah. But like, no, I was walking past this group of women one time. I was in St. Louis and I was going into like a IHOP Waffle House or something. And I walked past when I was, young, drunk and shit. And I was like, man, they somebody's wife. And that's all I said, right? And the woman said, hey, you right there. And I stopped and turned around. She said, come here. And I went over. There's like 3, 4 of them. And they was like, how you know he was married? I said, look at y'all. How you walk? And she was like, well, what you mean? I was like, y'all just feel like wives. And that's all I said. I walked away. They was like, what does that mean? But in my mind, I knew what I meant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all probably been here before where y'all was around a woman who's like, ain't nobody married. In your mind, you be like, ain't nobody married you yet? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I think some women can feel like that. But I do want to talk about the green flags we talked about today. I do want to talk about how y'all feel about these kind of conversations because, they've happening all the time nowadays. So make sure we take something from the shit. You know what I'm saying? So anybody want to give a summary of what you thought about tonight's conversation?
Communication.
Yeah.
Communication.
And then like there's no such thing in like I feel like the fear of over communication is rooted in insecurity.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily like, oh, you're insecure, but you may not necessarily feel secure in the relationship to express, et cetera, or fully express, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like especially as men, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be emotionally strong and not necessarily, I feel like we're not necessarily educated with the concept that emotional strength isn't the rigidness of emotion, but the fluidity of emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because water will break down. Look, enough water will break down a mountain to nothing.
Facts.
Type shit. You feel me? So it's you have to communicate. You have to communicate.
So you have really good insight. So appreciate you for pulling up tonight, man, giving your insight on everything like that. I gotta ask you before we get out of here: are you a husband?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No hesitation.
Because
I
at
like
a
that.
point, I know it's I know you just you know what it is that you are willing to do for your woman, for your person per se. Not, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. You know what it is that you're willing to do, and you are willing to step up and be, you know what I'm saying, this other person's not even necessarily better half or other half, but an extension of themselves, you know what I'm saying? And an extension of their soul, a connection, you know what I'm saying? You resonate with this person. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like as a husband, hey, when push come to and I get that vibe, I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Appreciate you, bro. Way to break that down all the way. Because we gonna be out here just understanding things differently now. I think all the talk about trauma, all the talk about pain and getting through things, these conversations are happening all over the place now. So I think we are the generation that's gonna have to deal with the brunt of the transition. You know what I'm saying? Into being more clear and communicating and more understanding. Ashley, how you feel about today? How you feel about marriage?
No, I am, because me and my partner talk about marriage.
Okay.
And I think like our biggest thing right now, at least her for me, is that she always wants to, make sure that one, not only am I ready to be married, but am I ready to be married and like to a woman for the rest of my life.
Understand.
Versus being married to a man for the rest of my life. So that's like what our main conversations are about.
That's a deep conversation.
Like, it is. And we're like, one thing I can appreciate is like we communicate. Like she's very blunt and straightforward and has those conversations that are like, no, we need to talk about this because I want to make sure like because she knows what she wants. She knows she wants to get married. She knows she can get married to each, but she's just knowing like, where I come from, what I've dealt with in the past, like, am I ready to commit the rest of my life to her in that sense? Which is a good question because when you think about it, it's like, are you ready to get married even if it's someone of not the same sex as you? Like, are you going to be content and complacent in that? Because, like you said, it's not just about sex. Like, are they going to have, like, that masculine, that feminine that you need?
Are you a wife?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Like to hear it. Like you said it with your chest.
No, because I feel like everyone has a husband and a wife in them. They
gotta be on the right
They
person.
just have to be ready to know it for themselves.
I wish I agree with that though. I think some of these motherfuckers will never, ever.
My uncle was one of those. Never got married.
It's a
never
lot
had
of them,
kids.
man. I talked to my dad about that yesterday. My dad has never been married before, and we literally had shout out to my pops, man. I love you, nigga. But we had that conversation yesterday, man.
Love you, nigga.
I love you, nigga. But now I talked to my dad for like 2 hours yesterday, and he was just telling me like, man, I honestly don't know what happened. For him, it was just timing, I think. You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
He wanted to, and then he couldn't. Things happen and everything like that. And then I thought about myself, and I was like, ain't that a bitch?
And spending your time on the wrong people for too long.
Look at that. Timing.
Yeah.
Still empty. Timing, man.
Man, that shit is look. That shit is cool. That shit is ghetto as fuck. Like life is ghetto. Look.
Life is a ghetto world.
Look, if you look, trying to make it happen when it ain't meant to happen is the most ghetto
I know what you
shit.
mean, brother.
It's the
I know what you
ghetto.
mean,
Don't
brother.
do
It
it.
ain't meant to
Don't
happen.
do it to
Like,
yourself.
fuck that shit. Hell no.
Don't
Bro,
do it
thanks
to
for pulling up
yourself.
on us today, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for your insight.
I'm just happy to be there. It is possible, people.
It's possible.
I believe.
If I can do it,
If I can
The
do it,
anybody
way
can do
that
it.
this man thinks and talks, if he could be married for
Right.
19 years,
Right.
there is someone for
19
you.
and
Okay.
counting.
Ups, downs, all
Counting.
that stuff, man. We got an 18-year-old. Our oldest son about to be 18 years old.
And you got grown kids.
Four kids. We all same woman.
That's beautiful.
Blessing.
Four
Man,
kids, same woman, man.
Love
She's with
that.
all the time. He'll be 18 on Monday.
Come on.
What you gonna do?
Man.
You gonna take him to the strip
Crazy.
club?
Absolutely not. You don't,
Right.
you don't throw no money.
It's
I don't
crab
throw
legs.
no money on no chick.
It's crab legs.
tomorrow.
Crab legs tomorrow.
Crab legs.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
crab
going to
legs
get
tomorrow. I'm
something
pulling
to
up.
eat?
I'm pulling
No,
up for
wife
the
cooking.
crab legs.
Huh?
The wife cooking.
Oh, that's good.
I'm pulling
That's
up for the
good.
crab legs.
Fuck I'm talking about.
D,
Huh?
thanks for pulling up on us tonight, man.
Yeah, this is
Thanks
such
for your
an
insight.
honor.
Thanks for your story.
I
Thanks for
love this.
opening up and being yourself tonight, man.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
for this
that.
space.
Yes, ma'am. All day.
I just think it's so cool that like it's just been this whole block
This whole block.
This block is
Right.
real
This
creative.
block is hot.
It's real lit.
On El
You know, and I
Cajon.
just think it's real good. I mean, shout out to Movement B. I gotta give them a shout out with the Black and Brown, what they doing. I think it's just
Tuesday night?
amazing. Yeah,
Tuesday night.
it's amazing because and I'm telling you why it's amazing because I feel like the enemy is trying to fight me for my space there, and that's real shit because I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? And I feel like even when I was younger and I was a teenager, I was raised in a single parent home, so I didn't have a father around or like male figures. You know, so my mom really did everything and. At that time, it just was like I needed an outlet. So she took me to what's it called? I was about to say Garage Band. She took me to Guitar Center. And she was like, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy you some here. You can pick whatever you want. I'm going to buy you some here. She put it on layaway. But she's like, I'm going to buy you some. And you create something with this. You know what I'm saying? I still have that keyboard to this day.
That's
it's like
what's
a
up.
relic in my apartment. Like I
what's up.
literally have it like that. And it still works and stuff. But that was over, 15 years ago now. She's dead and gone. But like it motivates me, and that's a space to create something great. Like you can literally test your ideas there with, and I'm a female. I have a superpower. I'm a female producer, and so I test my ideas there, and now I'm starting to like do beats, and I do like live sessions. So the band plays. It's a 7-part band. Come on, 7-part band. You know what I'm saying? And are just there off the community and love for community. And we get up there and we rock out, and like I bring people up, and you know we just create new stuff. And so, you know, that's where I'm putting the things that I'm going through, like with dating and like trying to keep my eyes open on what's going on in the world. Like I never want to be blind to what's going on. That's why I paid attention to what happened with the girl, why she went viral. Why so many people are paying attention to it, why it speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
Where it's like, girl, like, I don't want to watch this because I don't feel like I'm emotionally ready, but I also feel like I need to heal from something. And I feel like you got something to give me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a balance right there. But like, I'm trying to stay aware of like my surroundings. Like, I feel like people come to me as just blessings where they're like, hey, like, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And they'll say, like, that are close to me, they'll be like, hey, I just want you to know, like, you know, you're loved, blah, 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 but you need to watch your surroundings. Like, there are people around you who you think are this way, but they're not. Or, you know, just be aware and be vigilant. And I'm like, okay, I don't have nothing to be afraid of, but I need to stand watch. I need to be more aware. Because I feel like the universe or whatever people want to believe, I believe God, and I believe the enemy, my adversary knows what I want. Like, knows I want to be married. Knows I don't want to wait.
Are you a wife?
I am a wife.
Good.
I am a wife because I'm I put in work on my job. I put in work at home. Like, I'm very I could balance. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just know that it's coming because I'm getting attacked so like much. So
I got you.
yeah, that's just it.
So thank you again. Thank you for pulling up tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for being open. Hope you felt safe, and this is a safe space for you to feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate you.
I would say
Y'all,
to you,
too.
stay consistent, stay confident, and stay unflappable.
What's
all
that
you gotta
last
do.
one? What's that mean?
That means don't let nobody touch it.
Okay.
Don't let nobody rattle your cage. Let them
Yeah.
say what they gonna say. Let them do what they gonna do. You got to stay in tune,
Yeah,
and you're gonna be just fine.
that's good.
However you doing everything you want, keep saying that shit.
Okay.
Stop speaking that negative shit into your life.
You right.
Don't say it again.
Okay. I'll
You know what I'm
take
saying?
that. I'll take that
feel
with
me?
me. Yeah.
It's somebody out here.
Yeah.
Don't say it ain't nobody. Ain't no. I can't.
somebody
Ain't no
out
can't.
there.
No.
Ain't no more can'ts.
Right. Nah, I'll take that
So kill all that.
today.
Appreciate all y'all pulling up, man.
Thank you
Pulling
so
everybody.
much.
Final thoughts. Ballroom. Final thoughts.
sir.
I'm gonna tell you like this, baby.
This is
Jerry
dope.
Springer. I got my Jerry Springer final thoughts. So final thoughts today. I'm gonna say this about marriage, man. Do it your way. If you just want a partner for the rest of your life, and that's what marriage is to you, that's what it is. It's just a word. You know what I'm saying? Give people a chance. Give people an opportunity. Show grace. Show empathy. You know what I mean? Don't cut people off for the smallest things. You have to be humble in yourself and know that you might be fucked up too. So just remember, going forward, we just got to take care of each other, man. Stop fighting so much. This man and woman shit is out of control, man. Hopefully tonight we was able to shine some light on some green flags, things you watch for in somebody that you want to be with, them qualities that make you feel like you want to be there. They want to be your future. You want to be your present. You want to feel like home. All that shit. It's been the BallRoom. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to get up out of here, baby. Play that music. Play that funky music, white boy.
Somebody cut
Welcome
the check.
to the BallRoom.
Somebody cut the check.
Welcome to the BallRoom. We do live theme songs. You can do what you want to do in the BallRoom. Hit it, Ashley.
If you really want to talk your shit, you can talk your shit. You can talk your shit.
In the BallRoom. Yeah. We out this bitch, man. Next week. Whole new show, baby. Appreciate y'all. Let's do it.
Funky in the ballroom.